got selected off.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Oh my goodness. Hi. My mic was not right. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. We hear you? Okay, good. Okay, good. Hi. Hi, it's been so long. Oh my gosh. My internet is not doing great because there are a bunch of thunderstorms happening right now. If you hear any thunder, that's coming from my end probably, unless there's a big storm happening near you. I don't know, but hi. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. It's been so long. I feel like it's been forever. It's been like 10 days since I streamed or something. Longer than that? I don't know. It just feels weird to have been gone for so long. I missed being with all of you. Yeah, poopy internet. Hello. Hi. How have you all been? How is your weekend going? How was your past week? Please fill me in on what's going on in your life. I'm just like, it feels weird to stream again, honestly, if I'm honest with you. Hope you're all doing well. Hope the weekend's treating you right. I'm still so exhausted. I'm so exhausted from my trip. It was just not only very intense sort of activity that went on, but also just tired in general. Oh, you can see my mic. Hold on. Let's fix this. I'm on a mini holiday from work. Awesome. Hope you're having the best time. I'm just so tired today. Having issues with my body, but doing good nonetheless. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Welcome. It's been quite the time. So for those of you who don't know and didn't see where I went on a trip to Ohio to go see Brian and my friend Jordan D-Tune here on Twitch, and I spent the night at a haunted house. And I was not supposed to stay over the whole time. And it ended up being a very, very intense experience. We can talk more about that. But I just wanted to start off the stream before we start talking about any of what happened with a little pick a card reading. You know, like a little palate cleanse. Because, that's what I do best, is reading cards. And I really miss doing it with all of you. Crafty, hello, welcome. So sad I couldn't catch Jordan's stream, but I'd love to hear all about it. Oh my goodness. We'll dive into all of that, for sure. Especially because I gave a ghost a tarot reading, and that was an experience that I was not prepared for whatsoever. And we're seeing Eve on the 27th. I took the week off since my birthday is right before too. Oh, hell yeah. Happy early birthday. I hope you have a wonderful time at the show. It really is it's a great show. You won't be disappointed. Baby Spell, hey! Welcome. So nice to see you here. So, my roasted potatoes. Oh, that sounds so good. Like I said, before we get started on anything, let's do a little pick a card reading. Because it's been so long. We're going to use the Seasons of the Witch, Beltane. Oh, this is where my brain's at, guys. My brain. So I'm going to pull 4 cards from this deck. If you've never been here before, when I do one of these, I pull 4 cards from this deck, and whichever card corresponds to your number is your message from the Oracle. Very excited. I caught Jordan's stream, Be Spooky Night. Yeah. I don't even know where to start with that. So if you guys have any questions in particular about it, please feel free to ask, because bless you. If you have any questions in particular about anything I experienced that you saw that you want to know about, or like what I did to protect myself or anything like that, don't feel free to ask, because I don't even know where to start on this. So let's just do one of these first. Going to be working on an edit. Oh, yeah, it's Amy's birthday. Thanks for lurking. Hello. Hi. Bless you, Brian. Yeah, bless you, Brian. Midnight Siren Song. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay. Let's Oh, okay. Card number 1. It's been so long since I've done this, it feels weird. Like, I don't know. I'm so used to reading cards for people on a daily basis, and like for myself, that taking an entire week off from doing it, except for doing it for a ghost, it's just weird. It's weird to be back. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Look at the wiggles in chat. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. How's the hand cam looking? Because I had to like reset everything about it because my computer restarted by itself. Looking okay? How is my sound also? Because that was a nightmare trying to figure out. Okay, we have card number 1. Sounds good? Okay. Card number 2. I'll give you a second to think about which cards you want to pick. Hand cam is good and you sound great. Thank you. Sound good, but a bit quiet. Oh, okay. You can turn down the music a little bit. My internet really is putting me through it today, guys. Okay, so here we go. Card number 1. Card number 2. Card number 3. And card number 4. I don't know which one I'm drawn to today. I really have no idea. Which one am I vibing with? I'm choosing 2. I was gonna choose 2. Let's see. I'm really drawn towards 3. But when am I not drawn towards 3? Those of you who know. No. 4. Ooh. 2. 2's got some sort of powerful message. I can feel it already. Okay. Feeling 1. Going bold for the number 1 choice. All right, let's jump right in there. Let's do card number 1. We got Chant. Oh my goodness. Didn't you get this card before, Crafty? Chant. Yeah, feel free to pick more than 1 too. There's no rules for that here. Chant. Hear me loud, hear me roar, for I am here in my truth. This is all about raising your voice and speaking up for what you believe in. So we have card number 4 here. Card number 1 is card number 4. Communication isn't just about listening. It's true that you must be willing to hear different sides of a story and give others their space to be heard. But you also need your time to share what is within your soul. You have pulled Chant because your voice needs to be heard. There is a strength and authority in you that is ready to take charge of your situation. Not only that, but you may find others have been looking to you for guidance. Your willingness to share your truth gives others permission to share theirs as well. It's like hearing a sudden voice in a room of silence, singing the beginning of a moving song, then one by one, others join until the room is full of melodic thunder. You have more influence than you probably realize, and it's time for you to step up by allowing others to see that you will be silenced no more. Okay, you hear that, card number 1? It's time to raise your voice and let people know that you'll be silenced no more. And you probably have way more influence than you think, and that by you standing up for yourself and speaking up for yourself is probably way more more inspiring, and will inspire others to share their truth in a way that you never thought like you had it in you. Does that make sense? Okay. Does that make sense? I've had it before this one, but that's okay. I feel like you just need to hear the message, you know? There's children next door deciding that a thunderstorm is the perfect time to set off fireworks. So if you hear them like screaming, that's just them in the background having the time of their lives shooting fireworks off in a thunderstorm, apparently. 1 is 4. Did you choose 1 and 4? That's 1 is... Okay, here we go. Card number 2. What do we got? Card number 2. We have Maypole. I am fertile in what I seed, for there is a reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. Ooh. I don't think we've ever pulled this one on stream before. Jinx, hey! So nice to see you. Thank you for being here. We've never pulled this one on stream, I don't think. Maypole. Okay. Hi, Jordan. How are you? How was your move? I know that you're just on a call with Jinx, but hope your move went great. Okay. Wait, so you picked 2 and 4, Pippa? Look at this. Look at this. Card number 2 is card number 24. So, therefore, 2 and 4. My movie was great. Oh, hey! I'm so glad. Just waiting on furniture now. Oh, that's awesome. I hope that you enjoy where you are, like your new neighborhood, and you get situated. That's awesome. Yeah, wait, what? Like, you can't make this shit up. Oh my gosh. Like, that's wild that it's card number 24. Right? Okay, celebration. Don't wait for happiness to find you. You can choose to be happy right now in this moment. Sing, dance, spend time with loved ones, and celebrate just because you're alive. And you can. Focus on enjoying life and doing what gives you warmth in your soul. The situation you have inquired about is still developing. No amount of stress or worry can fix your circumstances, but you may find yourself with a sudden spark of inspiration once you allow your doubts to fall away. Solutions can come in the most unexpected ways, and will often do so when you give your fears to the universe so you can go out and play. The universe takes pride in your willingness to trust in its power to move mountains on your behalf. You will be rewarded for this trust, and all will be well. I can't talk apparently today, but what's new? Do not think you must obsess over your circumstances to overcome them, and nor must you spend every waking thought on your intentions to manifest them. Let the universe know what you need, and just allow yourself to embrace the joys of living. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, right? I like that. Also announcing here too, I have a boyfriend that not only believes in past lives, ghosts, and tarot, but asks me for readings and encourages me to talk about it. That's so great. I love that so much. Congratulations, Jinx. I love that for you. I'm so happy for you. That was a good message to hear coming in. I'm so glad, Riley. Hey, welcome. Welcome. Okay, yeah. Just, trust in the universe. Let the universe know what you need, and then go out and enjoy being alive. I feel like whether you believe in spirit and communicating with spirit, or you just get caught up in your own brain, sometimes we need that reminder that we are alive, and we need to go out and enjoy the joys of being human and being alive in this very moment. I know I forget that sometimes, so I get so caught up in my head, or I get so caught up with doing my cards or hanging out on my altar that I just I need to remember what it's like to be alive. My phone background is literally trust the universe. No way, that's freaking wild. Oh my gosh, Nick Scars, thank you so much for the 17 months. Twitch not notifying me when you go live. Oh, I feel like it's because I was away for so long that the Twitch was just like, well, she's gone, so she doesn't get anything. It was so fun to see you in D-Tune's live stream. I got happy every time I saw you in frame. Didn't stay too long, unfortunately, but I'm glad you had a good time. I had a great time. After this pick a card reading, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. I just really wanted to start off with this because I just, I haven't done this in so long that I really wanted to. So we're going to like talk more about it when we're done here. But we're on card number 3. So if you want to pick card number 3 or 4, go for it as well. I've been stressing over getting down to Ethan's what? I've been stressing over getting down Ethan's show Monday. I streamed Leaf Blower Sim after a long time and literally described it as blissful. Following the ending of stream, saying something about streaming. Oh, is that that's a good thing, right? I'm so sorry. It sounds like I'm glad that you got back to streaming. Apparently I can't read today. That's just my bad. Okay, card number 3. Here we go. Card number 3 is Oracle. Spirits of the other world, tell me tales of the unknown. Tell me tales of the forbidden. Oracle. Ooh. Absolutely. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Okay, Oracle is card number 28. The Sailor Moon subalert is so cute. Oh my god. Oh, thanks. Yeah, a lot of our alerts are Sailor Moon themed here. Okay. The spirits. You have received invitation from the spirits, your ancestors, and other benevolent otherworldly beings. They have been waiting for you to seek their wisdom. Access to the spirits is always available to you, but you must communicate with them in their language. I find it funny that I picked this card after what happened to me earlier this week, so they speak to you in the silence of nature and symbols and the moods that are all around you, and you may hear their whispers in the darkness of your mind. This is not an illusion, but is illuminated guidance being offered to you. Do not be afraid of the messages you see unfolding in your life or the beings who greet you, as they are all here for your highest good and will protect you against other harmful beings. All you have to do is ask for their guidance and protection, and you shall receive. Additionally, the spirits can step in to support you and wish to do so. No problem is too big or too small, and they ask you to seek their guidance regularly. That's so nice. J-Ray Green, hello! Welcome! Disclaimer, I had a very strong tiny bit of edible cookie. Okay, I got you. Hey, I picked this card and I feel called out. Dang, Generic Glitter Goth. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I feel a little bit called out too, especially because of, like I was definitely communicating with some spirits earlier on Monday during the stream and like communicating in their language and that they're here to help you and talk to you. And I'm like, I picked this card. I don't like that. Super calming and motivating for me. Both you and Brian have very chill streams. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Sav. Okay, and last but not least, card number 4, what we got? Goat. Dory Thors? Is that how you say your name? Hello, welcome. Also, Shark Boy, hi! Thank you so much for being here. Nice to see you. Hope you had a good Saturday. So last card in the pick a card reading we have is Goat. Card number 13. Look at that. We've never pulled this card on stream either. Fearless, I am in the path I choose, for I've never been led astray, always finding my way. That's how you say it, yes? Okay, good. I love that it's 13. Me too, especially because, like, goats are considered like demonic a lot of the time. And 13 is an unlucky number. I like that. Okay. Confidence and sure-footedness is what this represents. Goat is a wonderful card to receive. Its presence in your reading being a sign that ideas, opportunities, and projects are entering your life at this time. You may not see this taking place just yet, but trust that things are happening behind the scenes and will soon become known to you. Your task when receiving this card is to believe in yourself and your gifts. Have you been too afraid to reach for bigger goals? Have you limited yourself because you do not believe you are capable of achieving greater things? Goat is here to challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone and scale a bigger mountain. As goats only need a few inches of space to keep their footing, you only need to take small steps to work towards your dreams. You may not have what you need to cross the finish line, but each small action pushes you one step closer. Perhaps you have already achieved much and wonder if you can reach even greater heights. No matter your step on the success journey, know that talent is part of the equation. Only part of the equation. The only thing needed truly to rise is believing that you can, and the rest will be learned as you go. Lots of good things are coming your way, card number 4 is you just got to believe in yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't tell yourself that you're not good enough. You absolutely are, and you deserve the good things coming to you. I was in the kitchen trying to figure out if potatoes are done, and I thought I heard ghost instead of goat. Crafty, there's a ghost in your kitchen. 13 is the number I chose for my guides to say they're here, and I'm a Taurus sun. So it's interesting parallel. Oh my gosh, that's very close. Yeah, it's still got horns. Goats get a bad rep. Baby spell. Jail. Absolutely jail. Okay, goat, you can simmer the heck down. Oh my god, it's so funny too because like Kristen, the homeowner of the bellaire house, was telling us that one of her friends got pushed down the stairs in the house and fell out the window, and he was completely fine because he's the goat, because they call him the goat. And I was like, okay. Okay. He must be, because he survived and he was completely fine. So that was pretty wild. So yeah, before we start our collective tarot readings or roasts, I do want to talk about a little bit what happened in the house, especially because I gave a ghost a tarot reading. I gave a ghost a tarot reading, not clickbait. Blogger says what? Hi, welcome. Like I said, if you have any questions about what happened, like feel free, but I'm just going to jump right into like my experience about what happened because it was a pretty wild time. First of all, I wasn't even supposed to stay the night. I just got invited by Jordan to like hear the history of the house, from the owner, because like Kristen, the owner, was coming and I really wanted to, like get a background on it. And I just wanted to see it because like I'm very intrigued by places like that. So we walk into the house and the first thing, it just felt nasty. It felt absolutely like rancid vibes in there, and it felt very tense. It felt like, how it felt was if you were listening to the Psycho soundtrack like playing on a loop in your head. Like that, like high tension, high string energy. That's just how it felt instantly when we walked in there. And I was just like already on edge. And I have never felt like, so my aunt's house is haunted, like, because she has like gravestones in the basement of her own her old farmhouse. And that was the only other time I felt energy in my entire life like that. Like walking into like all your nerves were on, like, yeah, like instantly tense like this. Like my shoulders were up here. Like this. Just like, yucky. Yucky. Morgan Breaking Records giving a ghost reading. Oh my god, baby swell. Big energy with that ghost tarot reading. Big energy. We'll get there. So then Brian goes to the bathroom because he had to go to the bathroom. So I was kind of just like checking out the living room by myself. Like Jordan was like setting up his stuff and like bringing in stuff from the car, and I was walking around the living room, which they call the seance room. And I wanted to sit down in a chair, and I instantly heard in my head, don't sit down in my chair. That's my chair. Jinx. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. That's my chair. So that was the first thing I heard was don't sit in my chair. That's my chair. So I like kept that. I was like freaked out by that. So I was like just like, okay, whatever. But later it took me till the next morning to figure this out, right? Because I just assumed that the chair that I was standing next to was the chair that like they were referring to. Like I just was assuming that just because that's where my brain went. And I just was like, okay, I don't like that. And it took me to the next day to piece together that when Kristen, the homeowner, was telling us all about the story of the seance room, that Edwin, whose sister had passed away in that living room, became so overwhelmed by grief that he started holding seances in the living room every single night. And he had a chair at like the head of the seance table that Kristen and everyone still keep empty for him. That's his chair. And as soon as I put the two and two together, I was like trying to sleep, recovering from the night before, and I just like sat upright and I was like, oh shit, that's what the chair was. It's his chair. It was his chair, dude. Like, his chair. Stan, hello! Hope you're doing well. Gonna have to go. Gonna have to leave. Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Wow, right, wow. I can't believe I didn't put, like, the two and two together. I was just like, yeah, so I didn't sit in his chair, so luckily, it seems like Edwin specifically took a liking to me, the one who threw the seances, probably because I am into all of this, and, like, I do, like, seances in my own way. I don't, like, have a traditional seance, but, you know, like, I do tarot. I call in people's guides. I speak with them. And when I was in the kitchen, I was in front of the fridge, just, like, hanging out, and I just heard, "You're lovely." So I was like, and not a creepy way either. It was just like, "You're lovely." So I was like, oh, I guess we're vibing. I guess we're vibing, Edwin. I was thinking there was more than one no chair during the whole time. I thought that too, Nick Scars, because I had just assumed that the chair that I was standing next to was the chair that, like, that's my chair, like, message was referring to. But I really think it was because Edwin has, like, a chair at the table. So, like, you know, we did our thing, and we were doing that, like, spirit box, like, the big portal spirit box that Kristen, the homeowner, had made. And, like, for those of you who were there, that was a trip, right? Like, that was wild. Just the things that came through that. And I kept hearing, like, tarot, witch, tarot, like, over and over. So, like, we decided, okay, let's give a tarot reading. And the cards were flying out. Like, you guys who are regulars, who are here a lot, you know that the cards fly out. But this was like, someone was, like, flicking them out of the deck. Like they were flying out. Not just, like, my normal, like, jumpers. It was just, like, they were flying out. And at first, I didn't, like, really understand that I was supposed to be giving Edwin a tarot reading as if I was giving a client a reading. So I just let the cards fall out and listen to this. This is, like, I didn't even talk about this because, like, it wasn't, like, I didn't know, like, where to talk about this at all. So, Twilight Galaxy, hello, and Xander Snatch, hello, welcome. Those cards shot out. They really did. They really did. So the first set of cards that I read, I instantly got the vibe that it was a child trying to contact me, because I got the Page of Wands, which represents a child. And then I got the Queen of Pentacles, which represents a mother. And I got the vibe, and the Tower was there. So I got the vibe that this child was trying to tell me that it passed away in the house and it was still waiting for its mother to be reunited with its mother. And that I was supposed to, like, help it find its mother. And I was getting freaked out because, like, I tried to do as little research as possible about this whole house. I didn't want to know anything about it going into it. And I was like, there is a child here trying to get my attention. And I felt like this child spirit, like, with us the whole time. I really think that's the spirit that, like, rolled the ball onto Brian's foot. If you were there for that, a ball, like a child's ball, rolled onto Brian's foot in the middle of this, when it was pitch black. I didn't see it, but, like, I saw it there when it wasn't there before. And it turns out that at least 2 children have died in that house. Doing research later when I got back, at least 2 children have died. So I definitely think this child was trying to tell me it's still waiting for its mother. And that was the first round of cards that I pulled. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So then Kristen was like, no, you got to give Edwin a reading like you got to give Edwin a reading like you give, like, your clients a reading. So I was like, okay. So I know that someone asked me on Twitter, like, what the reading was about because it was kind of hard to hear. So, like, the reading overall was telling me that the King of Cups, who is Edwin, and the Queen of Wands, who is someone he's waiting for, they're waiting to be reunited, will be over soon. And he'll be able to go, like, have his judgment day, essentially. And just, wait, I have a picture of the cards. I already forgot because it was just, like, how do you process all of that? It was a lot to take in. So, I have a picture I took of the cards. So, as soon as he's reunited, here's the picture. As soon as he's reunited with his Queen of Wands, things were going to progress really rapidly with the Chariot here towards his judgment day to where he can be reborn, essentially. So I feel like it was saying that he's been waiting for this person for a really long time. And the wait, as soon as the wait is over, he's going to go on and be able to move on and not be attached to the house anymore. So Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Very interesting, right? Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Those 2 cards have been my stalker cards for the past, I couldn't tell you, like, month, right? Buid, hello, welcome. This is where it gets so weird, guys, because this is, like, it goes beyond what happened there. So some of you, my regulars, may know, who hang out here a lot, that a few weeks ago, my altar caught on fire, and I had to put it out by, like, dumping a bunch of water on it, and I dumped a bunch of water on my tarot deck that I keep on my altar, right? So when I got home, I noticed that the only 2 water damage cards that got wrecked by the card, because there's only 2 water damage cards. The only 2 water damage cards were on the very top of my deck. I know I didn't leave them like that. I know that they weren't like that when I left the house. Like, I 100% know. So I was like, why is that? So I picked them up. Do you want to see? Queen of Wands, King of Cups. When I tell you, I almost screamed because it was the night we got home. Brian and I had driven for like 7 hours. I was so tired, and I was like, why the hell are my water damage cards on top of the deck, and they're like, I'm telling you, they're the only 2 water damaged cards. I almost screamed, and I was like, I am too tired for this. I can't deal with this. It's freaking wild, right? How? I don't know. I really don't. Of all the cards, listen, guys, there are 78 cards on this deck. 78. The chances of that being I hope that Edwin, whoever he's waiting for, he's reunited with them soon. He said, "Are you my mommy?" Did he really? Mommy? Sorry. I felt like there was a reason that I was supposed to stay there. I don't know why. Like, I got pulled, like, to staying because I was so freaked out. So, during the spirit box session, the thing that freaked me out, Doctor Who reference? It's a Doctor Who reference? Okay. Okay. During the spirit box session, I heard, "You should go home with her," referencing me, and I was like, I don't like that. Because I was supposed to go back and be alone at a motel, and I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. One of the spookiest things of the night, I agree, Shark Boy, especially because it was about me. He should go home with his Queen of Wands. I agree. He should go home with his Queen of Wands. Haley, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It was an intense trip. And I was like, this could mean a bunch of different things. It could mean, like, Brian should go home with me, or, like, one of the people there should go home with me, or whatever, but "you should go home with her" is, like, the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. So I was like, I don't really want to be alone right now, so that's why I ended up staying, and I don't know, like, it was a lot. I don't know who the Queen of Wands is to Edwin. I really don't. I don't know if it's his sister. I would assume that his sister is there because she also passed away in the house. I didn't even realize it. He only died in 1962. So there is a very small possibility that whoever he's still waiting for is still alive and hasn't died yet, and that's why he's still in the house waiting for them. But I would feel like that's probably a really small possibility because they would have to be, like, if they were the same age, they would have to be, like, over 100. It would have to be someone who was a lot younger than him. But I hope that was the tarot reading, and I almost screamed. Like I said, I almost screamed when I saw this. Residual spiritual energy attachment can be very... Don't worry, I'm good. I cleansed. I protected myself. So, I protected myself before I went in spiritually. I called upon, like, my deities to protect me, and I felt very protected. I cleansed a million times. Like, I took a shower as soon as I left. I cleansed as soon as I got home. I cleansed the whole house. I think we're good. I think I'm good. I don't think I have anything. Although, when I did get back to Jordan's house, I had my evil eye necklace on the entire time, right? I had the necklace on the whole time we were in the house. And I put it on the nightstand when I went to take a nap. And when we went to go pack up to leave, it wasn't there. And I knew I had put it there. Like, I knew I had put it there. And I, like, ripped apart the room. I was like, listen, I need that necklace. It's, like, it's one of my favorite necklaces, just outside of it being my evil eye necklace. And I found it buried in my suitcase. Like, under everything. And I know I didn't move it. I know Brian didn't touch it. And I was like, why? Did something not want me to protect myself? I also had a creepy dream when I got back, but that just could be because I, like that was a very intense experience. After the tarot reading that I gave, like Kristen the homeowner left. Oh, let me read this real quick. I don't know if you know who Sam and Colby is, but I watch their videos a lot. They even visited the bellaire house, and their theory is that spirits use humans as a transport to different places, and that's how you get attachments. They use your energy to attach, and then they can go to other places that way. They developed this theory by realizing spirit is following them to different haunted places. See, I just think that spirit can go wherever they want. I don't necessarily believe in spiritual attachments, just based on my own mediumship work and like communing with spirit. They can pretty much go wherever they want, and the reason that they stay in certain places, this is just my beliefs, the reason they stay in certain places is because they have some sort of emotional attachment to it still. Like Jacob built that house. He built the bellaire house. So obviously he's going to stay there for a really long time because it was like his pride and joy. He built that house. And clearly, like, by peeing in it and opening the fridge door and, like, having to be like, thank you, Jacob, for, like, turning on the water, which we didn't even have that issue, but there was a little sign that was talking about how if Jacob shut off the water, please say, thank you, Jacob. So, obviously, like he's still there. But I just feel like that's just my, like, belief on it. Is like spirits stay where they are because they have some sort of attachment to it. Like Edwin's there because he did seance after seance every single night, like waiting for something to happen. And he probably like he had a fascination with the occult, and so why would he stop doing that just because he's dead now? Now he can be extra spooky. He can come through during the seances, which is what he wanted, like proof of an afterlife. So he's there giving other people proof of an afterlife, which I think is kind of weirdly poetic, in a sense, honestly. Yeah, Baby Spell, we're on the same wavelength. Because I didn't feel lied in that house at all. Not to say that she's not there, but she was his sister, and she passed away like in the house, and like that's not to say that like she wasn't there. But I just, like, she didn't come through at all. So maybe she just, like, wanted to be gone. Be the change you want to see in the world. So, yeah, after that, you should go home with our creepy. Brian went to go get food. And Jordan and I stayed there alone. And, I gave him a tarot reading. And that's when we got well, he did, not me, got the flashlight to come on, put it at Edwin's seat, and the flashlight came on by itself. Doll, hi! Thank you so much for the 7 months. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I fell asleep before you got food. Ooh, Kia, so after Brian went to get the food, that's really when, like, shit got wild. I'm a sleepy boyo today. I feel you. I took a nap before I started streaming. So, like, Lady Saga, hello. Jordan put the flashlight at Edwin's seat, and we weren't thinking anything of it. We were just, like, sitting there being like, I was being, like, stupid and being like, think happy thoughts, and we were, like, just didn't like the tenseness in the room, and the flashlight turned on by itself out of nowhere, and I just screamed. Like, I screamed. So for those of you who watched, like, it was talking to it and being like, is this Edwin, is this Mary Ellen, trying to like get which spirit it was to talk was very, like, to like make themselves known was so freaky. Like, listen, I do this for a living. I commune with spirit. I do tarot. I, like, do my witchy stuff. Never in my life have I ever seen something like that. Never. Ever. ever. Like, I have weird shit move in my house. I get the knocks. Like, I do the, like, I communicate with the spirit in my house. Like, I have Stinky. Oh, listen, you want to hear a story about Stinky, the ghost who lives in my house? He, followed me. I am 100% certain he followed me because the rooting around in the bag, you know, how Brian's stuff was rooted around. So, like, when we first got to the house, Brian's stuff had been, like, rifled through. And, like, they caught it on their camera. Like, Kristen, the homeowner, caught it on their camera. And she kept being like, it feels different in here today. It feels different in here today. And everyone was super hot. And Stinky is notorious for making people hot and not cold like other ghosts. And I was like, listen, I don't know how to tell you that I have Stinky, the ghost who follows me and rifles through Brian's shit all the time and makes everyone hot. And she was like, why does it feel different in here? And I was like, I don't know. Was it spookier than the fly phone? Yes, baby spell. It was spookier than the fly phone because the flashlight was, like, answering us, basically. They tagged along? They sure did. He left at some point. But then there was, like, a BO smell, and Brian was like, what smells like BO? And I was like, listen, it's Stinky. Have you tried to banish Stinky, or you keep him around? I keep him around. He's fine. He's harmless. Absolutely harmless. Stinky is named Stinky because he smells like BO all the time. Has Stinky ever helped me with guidance? No, but he has made a ton of shit in the house go missing. But yeah, the flashlight was way freakier because it was, like, answering us. Like Jordan would ask a question and, like, the light would answer. It was the freakiest thing ever. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my life other than the time that I did a Ouija board, and I should have. Stinky has smelly feet too? True. Yes. My mom has smelled Stinky smelly feet. Honestly, like, I'm sure Edwin and Stinky would get along because they're both pranksters. But, like, one of the freakiest moments for me, so, like, it really got me, being in the house overnight really got me to test my, like, own sensitivity to spirit, right? Because I have no way of actually, like, testing that in real life. Like, how do you test something like that? So we would, like, go to different rooms, which were awful, by the way. Like, the hallway upstairs was absolutely the worst. Out of all of the places in the house, for me, anyway, the hallway, other than the basement, which I refused to even go down there, the hallway felt absolutely awful. And I don't even know why. I don't know what happened there. I don't really want to know what happened there, but it felt awful. Ugh. And so we would be in different rooms, and I would feel someone come in, and then the EMF would go off, right? So it's like, I would be like, oh, someone came in, and then I would get, like, you know, confirmation via the EMF that, like, a spirit came in. And by the end of the night, I got pretty good at differentiating between which spirit was which, especially between Jacob and Edwin. I got really a good sense of, like, who was who and, like, who was... The cat is freaking out. I don't know if you hear him. Sally House stream when? I woke up to you guys in the basement. Hated that so much. Oh my god, that's a whole... Ugh. So I got pretty good at, like, feeling out who was coming in. There were a bunch that I didn't know who because, like, I didn't really want to commune with them. I didn't want to talk to them. And the freakiest moment, one of the freakiest moments for me was when I was just talking to Brian and Jordan, and I was like, what was Jacob's wife's name? Wasn't it Eliza? And as soon as I said Eliza, the flashlight turned on by itself. And I was like, huh? I wanted to scream so much during that stream. So I was reading the story of that house, and if I understood right, Edwin was the name of the man who lost his sister. Yes. And he got deep in the occult because he wanted to contact her. Yes. I feel like there's a lot of reasons why that house is special. Not just because he had seances there all the time. It's because so many people died in there. It just makes it feel bad. So some people believe that there's a demon living in there. Personally, just from being in there, I don't believe that in my experience. I just think that they're conflating how negative it feels in there with, like, a negative entity. Because when traumatic events happen, it leaves, like, an energetic imprint, right? And so many traumatic things happened in that house that it just doesn't feel good. They also brought, yes, so the homeowner, Kristen, has, like, a collection of haunted objects in the living room. Do you believe Edwin? Yes, we do. I do believe that we were talking to Edwin, who actually lived there and had all the seances. And he was fascinated by Twitch and, like, what we were doing. I thought that was so funny. There was just a lot. There was a lot. There's so much that happened. I can't even, like, remember. But to me, obviously, coming home and having these two cards be on the top of my tarot deck, being the cards that I read for him, really freaked me out. Chat was perceived. Chat was perceived. I had a haunted antique vanity once. I really loved sleeping next to it. Oh my gosh, baby spell. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain how I felt when I came home and I pulled these two cards off the top of my deck. Because they were right on the top, too. It wasn't like I shuffled or anything. And they're the only two water damage cards in my whole deck. Like, I almost screamed. Like, also, the other freaky thing that happened, like, I mean, there was a million freaky things that happened. But, if he's waiting for someone, though, I don't think he would have followed you or anything. I don't think he followed me at all. I think he's still waiting. I think he's still in the house waiting. And whenever he gets what he's looking for, he won't be in there anymore. And I really do believe that. And I think it might change, like, the whole dynamic of what's going on there. But I don't know. The one thing that, like, really freaked me out personally, because, like, as tense as I was and as freaked out as I was in the moment, like, looking back on it, like, coming from, like, a medium and tarot reader perspective, like, I understand what was going on in the house, but the one thing that, like, really freaked me out was, like, I just really felt like the basement was no good. Like, no, I didn't want them to go down there. I wasn't going to stop them, like, because I'm not going to be like, you can't do that. Like, who am I? But I was like, I really don't think that they should go down there. I just don't. And, so Jordan opened the door and started to go down and, like, made it all the way down there. And I was at the top of the stairs, just, like, waiting, because I was like, I hope it goes well. Hope it goes well, bestie. And then I definitely felt something moving in the seance room, which was down the hall. It was, like, all the way down the hall. You can see it from where I was standing. And I kept seeing, like, shadow people out of the corner of my eye all night. Because, you know, like, I see shadow people all the time. This is, like, not a new occurrence for me. But I definitely saw one. I saw a man. And I kept seeing, like, a top hat. And that's definitely Jacob, because he looked like Abraham Lincoln. And he wore a top hat. So the top hat was definitely Jacob, zooming around in there. But, which is so weird that I saw it, because then I saw the picture of him later. And I was like, what the fuck? I saw, like, a shadow person with a top hat, and then there he is in this picture. It was wild. But I saw, like, one of those shadow people, like, in the seance room, like, get up from the seance room. Like, they were sitting at a chair, and they got up, and I heard it, like, rumbling in there. And I was like, I'm getting really freaked out. And as I was saying, like, I'm getting really freaked out, I'm getting scared, the light on Jordan's camera went out as I was like getting super freaked out. And I was like, that timing, like, that's not a coincidence, man. Like, that's too coincidental for me. No, for me. No. No, I didn't like the basement. So I feel like my take on it was the light went out because whoever was there was trying to protect us and stopping him from going farther in the basement. But that was just my take on it. That he was trying to protect us and be like, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. It felt so bad for Jordan in the basement. It was a act of bravery. I couldn't have done it. No way. Slept through the whole attic and basement parts. Baby spell, you're probably better off, honestly. Whew. You almost need like 4 people so no one ends up alone. Yeah, that was Brian being by himself was the most. Would you say you being by yourself was the most?
Wait, what?
Would you say being by yourself in the doll room was the most that you couldn't explain?
Yeah, probably. It was weird.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why Kristen doesn't want anyone to be alone in there. Is because just a feeling came over Brian where he felt like he was completely alone and in like a sensory deprivation chamber and like time didn't pass correctly. And I feel like that's probably why you're not supposed to be alone in there. Is that the house with the pentagram in the basement? I think that's a different house. That's the Sally house. Yeah, I don't know enough about haunted locations because honestly, going to a haunted location like this was never anything I thought would happen that I would do. Except for the Winchester Mystery House. That's somewhere I've always wanted to go since I was like 15. I don't know why. Lady Saga, thank you so much for the 5 months using your Prime. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so coming at it from, like, the woo-woo side, because Brian's the skeptic, Jordan isn't really sure, like, you know, he's, like, in the middle, and me being the, super woo-woo medium psychic witch, it was intense. I really don't think there's a demon living there, so if you ever want to go and experience it for yourself, but you're worried about a demon, I don't think there's a demon there. If you ever want to go give Edwin a tarot reading, make sure that he calls you lovely first. I kept hearing my name in both spirit boxes a bunch of times, and I was like, do they know? Do I have just, like, a beacon on me? Like, this one, you can communicate with her. Like, I don't know. But it really, like, it was really interesting for me to go in there as a medium because it got to challenge my mediumship skills. Like, the first thing I heard was don't sit in my chair, and Edwin has a chair at the table. Like, oh, and then I don't know. It's just a lot. Being able to perceive, like, the shifts in the air and, like, knowing people were there was such a great experience for me. To just know that, like, what I experience day to day, like, when there's a shift in things, it's not me trying to, like, convince myself that something's there. It's like, there's actually something there. There's a really great dynamic between the 3 of you. Yeah, it worked out really well, because, like I said, I wasn't supposed to stay there the whole time, but I ended up staying there the whole time, because I didn't want to be alone. I think your energy is different if you're connected to that stuff. I do too. I also feel like that's why they either try to prank skeptics or just ignore skeptics. Like, that's why Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved is still alive. But I still, like, I can't emphasize this enough. I will probably never get over this. Like, I don't even want to use this tarot deck now. Because that means that spirit, whether it's the spirits that are in the house or my guides, knew this was going to happen weeks in advance. Because these two are the only water damage cards in my deck. Yeah, Lady Saga. So, for those of you who missed it, I gave this ghost a tarot reading. I gave Edwin the ghost a tarot reading. Because he threw seances. And he always gave readings for other people. So he asked me to give him a tarot reading. And in the tarot reading, the two cards that were representing him and someone he's waiting for were the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And weeks ago, I had spilled water all over my tarot deck, and only 2 cards were water damaged. And when I got home, they were sitting on top of my tarot deck, which I had not left them like that before. I knew they were not on the top, and when I pulled them off, I was like, what's that about? They were together. They were together. And I almost screamed. I almost screamed like I did when the flashlight turned on for the first time, because I legitimately screamed when that happened, and I was embarrassed. I can't tell you what that means. They're water damage from weeks before, so. That and my evil eye necklace going missing. Don't appreciate that. Was that deck at home while you were in the house? No, it was at home, yeah. It was on my altar the entire time that I was in Ohio. It was sitting on my altar. It did not come with me. Did not go with me. It was there at home the whole time. The tarot deck that I brought was the holographic tarot, and I'm kind of like afraid to use it now. The tarot deck I gave him the reading with, I kind of don't, like, I'm like, do I use this again? Do I use it again? Ghost said Morgan's gone, let's mess with her stuff. Like, a bunch of stuff that was moved in my house, too, when I got home. Not to be, like, creepy, but it was. Can you cleanse the deck? I cleanse them all the time. Save it for reading ghosts only. That would be a good idea. So if any of you have any questions about what happened, feel free to ask. Me, I probably will remember more as time goes on, just because, like, it was a lot to process. It was a lot. And we'll do some tarot readings now. We'll do some of our own tarot readings now. Could it be infused with his essence now? I don't think so. Do what you need to feel better about the deck. Use another deck or ask what it needs to feel better. I kind of, like, I don't want to use it, not because it creeps me out, but just because I feel like it belongs to Edwin. Or, like, it belongs to the spirits. So I think what my mom said is probably right. Like, I will save it for reading spirits only. If that ever happens again. I don't know if it will. How do you cleanse the deck? With sage or crystals? You can use smoke to cleanse it. You can use any, like, incense. You can use crystals. You can even just do this. And that should knock the energy off. But what I like to do, give it a deep cleanse, is, like, take a selenite and, like, have a piece of selenite on it overnight, like this. And that normally helps. Was the Baphomet thing... What was the Baphomet thing that was in the living room? It was a art piece of how... one of the homeowner's friends saw Emily, I think is what she said. I'd have to go back and listen. But Emily is one of the spirits that allegedly lives in the house. And it was like how she saw her in a dream. I think that's what it was. I honestly thought it was Baphomet, and I just pretended that it was Baphomet the whole time because I was like, you know what, that gives me some comfort. So, also, I honestly liked that room a little bit. It was cool. Lord Martini, hello, welcome. My only question is how the skeptics can still be skeptics after stuff like this. But that's not one you can really answer. Hey, I live with one who's still a skeptic after this. I really can't answer that question. Were there any spirits you felt very afraid of, or was everyone kind of okay? Whatever grabbed my arm, I didn't like that. Because there was like a spirit that like rushed up, and I honestly thought that Jordan had grabbed my arm because he was so afraid, but it wasn't him. It was something else. And whatever was like going back, because we heard footsteps upstairs several times from downstairs. Whatever was walking up and down the hall, whatever like spirit patrols that hall, I didn't like it. I didn't like that one. The rest were all fine though. Was the arm grab on the stairs or in the hall? It was on the stairs that lead up to the upstairs hallway. So it was like on the way up. Honestly, the whole stairs and the hallway just had absolutely rancid vibes. That was the worst part of the house to me, other than the basement. The room that led to the attic room, also, not the actual attic, but the room, also was awful. And then the bathroom upstairs, we didn't even go in because I was like, I'm not going in that bathroom. Maybe if Brian has more, are you guys there experiences and become a believer, right? I'm a skeptic, but I've been opening my mind up a lot since finding Morgan. I think a lot of us just need to experience something personally rather than hear about it. Yes, Kia. And everyone, what they experience, what that experience is, it's going to, like, make them more of a believer is so personal, you know? Like, for some, it needs to be, like, irrefutable proof, happening, or some, it's just, like, a flashlight turning on. It just depends on who you are. The one that rolled, the ball that rolled was in the attic. Yeah. And apparently that's where, so I didn't know this, the upstairs window that I just did not want to go near, the attic window, I knew as soon as I saw it that it had like absolutely, I'm probably going to say rancid vibes a million times, but the attic, there's one attic window that had absolutely horrifying vibes. Did not like it, did not want to get anywhere near it. Apparently, a child had fallen out of there. A servant's child had fallen out of the window. And then a few years later, another child fell out of the same window. And then, not even that long ago, an investigator also fell out of the same window. So 3 people fell out of that window. No wonder I didn't like it. You mentioned, too, that Kristen had never heard that particular voice that said you should go home with her. Yes, that is true. Kristen, the homeowner, was like, who is that? Because we kept hearing the same voice, the one that was like, you should go home with her, through the spirit box. We heard her speak so many different times. I didn't really catch what she said other times, other than you should go home with her, which is the creepiest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. And the fact that it was directed at me, I'm still trying to pretend like that didn't even happen to me. She didn't know who that was, and she also didn't know, like, because they kept saying the name Emma, and she didn't know who Emma was either. How I like to practice my own personal spirituality is I like to look for a logical, mundane answer first. And if there isn't one, you know, it's probably spirit. So I like to still stay grounded, and I don't instantly go woo woo, but there's just some things you can't explain. 3 people. 3 people. I live in a haunted house when I was younger, so I've been a believer for a long time, but my husband and I have both had things we can't explain happen. Exactly. When you have a bunch of things that stack up over and over that you just can't explain, that's the tipping point, right? Wonder if Emma could have been Emily. It could have been, yeah. But I feel like Kristen would have realized, because Kristen's very familiar with Emily, the spirit that lives there. So I don't know. I don't know who I would have to go back. I haven't, so I kind of like was so freaked out by the whole spirit box session. I haven't gone back and listened, and I should. But during it, I heard like, so we were on front page at that time. Like, Jordan was on the front page of Twitch, and like, you're supposed to limit how much you swear. So I didn't want to point it out, but the spirits kept being like, bitch, fuck you, fuck you, fuck off, bitch. And I was like, whoa, chill the fuck out. Like, what? I heard it so many different times, and Kristen kept looking at me and being like, and I was like, oh, I know. We were like, yeah, like, yeah, ghosts. Pull it together. Save all that shit for the toilet, right? Save all that shit. That's another thing that I just can't explain. Cannot explain why. So that's another weird story. I didn't even, like, share my whole, like, feeling about it on the stream because, you know, it's not my stream. I don't want to be like, well, I felt this. The pee ghost, right? I needed to go to the bathroom. I think they did it on purpose, probably. You know, like, people think that, like, ghosts are, like, this eerie, like, ooh thing. But they were human at one point. They still do have a sense of humor. They still can be crass, and they can still play pranks. Pee-pee poo-poo ghost. Exactly, pee-pee poo-poo ghost. I went into the bathroom to go to the bathroom, and instantly it did not feel like it had earlier in there. The bathroom had felt completely fine to me before, and I went in there, and I was like, this feels awful. Why does it feel like there's something in here? I was like, there is something in here. For sure. So I took the EMF in there, and it started going off, like, right away. It was like, all the way up. And I felt it, like, whoosh by me and, like, leave the bathroom. And it was, like, so I was walking and following the EMF with it, and, like, the EMF was still going off. So then I was like, okay, it must have left the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom, and the EMF isn't going off anymore. So I was like, okay, it must be safe for me to go to the bathroom now. There's nothing in here. I don't really want to, like, drop trowel and go to the bathroom when there's a spirit here. And I opened the toilet, and there's pee in the toilet. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, my instant thought was, like, one of them hadn't flushed because, you know, they don't have to, like, sit down and use the bathroom. And so I was like, did you guys not flush the toilet? And they both looked at me like, huh? What are you talking about? And I was like, there's pee in the toilet. There's just the only logical explanation there could be for that, because none of us had used the bathroom in, like, hours, that there was a squatter in the house. And honestly, that kind of scares me more than a ghost peeing. Right? I feel like Edwin would have been a great streamer, probably. He could have live streamed his seances. I do feel, however, that the pee-pee poo-poo ghost was Jacob. Squatters would freak me out more, right? They do have cameras, so it wasn't a squatter. There's legit no way to explain that, because there wasn't any backed up water. There wasn't any toilet paper. There wasn't any, like, muddy water from it, like, being backed up. It wasn't sulfuric water. It was just straight up pee in the toilet. A squatter there is so much scarier than Ghost Pete, right? Also, hi, I've been lurking. Well, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. So much scarier, but it definitely wasn't a squatter. And, like, I instantly knew that something was off about the kitchen when we went there. That's where I heard the "you're so lovely" comment. That's where I, like, felt choked up. Like, I didn't feel like someone was choking me, but I felt, like, very, like, my airway was constricted in there. I felt something was off about the kitchen, and that's where a bunch of shit happened. And Kristen was like, normally the kitchen is a safe space, and people don't even investigate the kitchen, so it's really weird that, like, shit's happening in there. And she was like, and you knew. She looked at me and she was like, you knew. Like, Kristen and I, like, vibed. She was asking me, like, where I got my training, and she knew my teacher, Lisa Williams. She knew of her. She was like, oh, she's a great person to have training with. And we were, like, vibing together, like, because we both are mediums and, like, do this. And she was like, you knew that something was going to be weird in the kitchen. She was like, literally, the kitchen is never like this. Squeezel, hello. Thank you so much. Welcome. Maybe you walked in on a ghost peeing so he didn't have time to flush. Yeah. He was like, oh, you caught me. You caught me in a vulnerable moment. Ugh. I don't know. She just, I don't know. So this is really funny. We were outside, and I had to get out of the house for a second, and she was outside too. Kristen, the homeowner. And she was like, do you walk with any deity? And I was like, yeah, Hades. And she looked at me like, because she's very much from, like, a right-hand path, left-hand path mindset, where the right-hand path, this is not my personal beliefs, but they're hers, so, like, I respect that. The right-hand path is, like, all the, like, light and, like, the higher divine and, like, the light and love stuff, and the left-hand path is all, like, the dead and, like, the dark, icky stuff. And so, like, for her, Hades would be on the left-hand path. And she even writes on her website, like, don't do any left-hand path shit in the house. So to her, like, Hades is, like, bad. So I was like, yeah, I walk with Hades. And she was like, she, like, freaked out a little bit. I was like, oh, sorry. But then she asked if she could bless me and call upon Archangel Michael. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then as soon as she did that, my headache went away. So that was kind of nice. Because I had a horrible headache. And apparently it's very common to go in there and experience nausea and a headache and all that stuff. And I definitely had the nausea, definitely had the headache, so it was nice that she did that for me. Even if it was just a placebo effect, I appreciated it. Why would Hades be bad? He just deals with the dead. She just is very against, like, that kind of stuff. It's just her own belief and her own practice. Lefty's getting a bad rep. Left-hand paths always get a bad rep, baby spell. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's his job. I know. It's his job. But he was there for sure, because the first thing that happened when I walked out of the house in the morning, why am I losing my words? It's like I'm unlearning how to talk. Was a giant raven flew over my head as soon as we left the house, and I was like, thanks. You got my back. You got my back. Thanks, Hades. I hear about Archangel Michael so often, maybe I need to work with him. I'm not Christian, but something I asked about archangels in past stream made me think about working with them despite being a Christian. Yeah, you don't have to be a Christian to work with the archangels if you believe in them. What do you feel about Lilith? I feel like I'm not the right person to ask, because a lot of people who are Jewish feel very conflicted about people who aren't Jewish practicing with Lilith, So I'm not the right person to ask because I'm not Jewish. And I feel like that's something to ask probably a practitioner. Didn't Kristen say she wasn't a witch? I'm confused about the blessing if she isn't. Also, hi, I lurk a lot. Kaz, Phoenix, hello, thank you for being here. She isn't a witch. She used to be. So here's what I've gathered from learning about her background is that she used to be a witch. And she is using the term witch as in Wiccan. Because from a lot of what she's written on her website and a lot of what she talked about indicates that she used to be Wiccan. And so she's using those words interchangeably, which is something that Wiccans do a lot. And, I'm not going to shit on Wiccans because that's just their beliefs. But they kind of sometimes have this limited belief that only Wiccans can be witches. So because she left Wicca, she doesn't consider herself a witch anymore, but she still is a medium and a psychic and like a practitioner of sorts. She just uses that term like that. She struck me as right-hand path immediately with the way she talked about some stuff, probably just a product of the time she got into the craft in general. Right. Very much like 2000s vibes. With that, left-hand path has only recently started gaining more acceptance and understanding. Dark cannot exist without light, and if you're focusing your whole practice on just like the love and light, you are like trying to bypass like the shadows and stuff you gotta work on within you. So that's just like why I don't think left-handed path things are bad. Now I have a big brain question. If left path is with the dead, and if you work with your ancestors, then would that be left-hand path? I'm so confused. So left-hand path is like a specific occultist term, and they have their own beliefs about like what left-hand paths are. It's like necromancy and the underworld and stuff that I'm not very well educated on. Like I'm not a practitioner like that. I just like vibe in my own lane and like do my own stuff that you would consider witchy, but I am not educated in like occultism specifically, which is what like those terms refer to. That's what Baphomet represents, right? So he has the right hand pointing up and the left hand pointing down. So does the magician card in the tarot. Where is it? Let's go on a little occult talk. Here. So this is where that idea comes from, because it represents as above, so below. So the right-handed path is pointing up, toward signifying that it like represents the divine, and the left-hand path is pointing down, which signifying representing the underworld and the dead. So that's where that term comes from in general. It's the as above, so below idea. But that's like a specific occultist term, and a lot of like the occult groups in the early 1900s like focused on that, and that's just not in my wheelhouse. So isn't Baphomet supposed to be bad? Baphomet isn't bad. Baphomet is supposed to be like the embodiment of like humankind and the divine masculine and feminine in one, and light and dark. Thank you for explaining. I'm pretty bad about labels / religion / beliefs, which is probably how I arrived at being an atheist / skeptic. Yeah, I get that. I just, like I said, I vibe in my own corner. I do the little witchy things that I do that I believe in, but I still like am removed from any sort of like religion, and I don't like to label things in general. So religion just took Bapho and turned him evil. Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty complicated history there. You can look it up, but like the Satanist church itself has taken Baphomet and used it as their like depiction of Satan. So that's where a lot of people get the idea that Baphomet is evil. The underworld has certainly piqued my interest lately, especially with working with Hecate. Haven't done much research in in all of it though, but I've seen you can sort of enter the underworld through meditation and visit Hecate's caves, etc. I visit there in dreams, and you could call them just crazy dreams, but a lot of people have the same experience, especially when they work with Hades, is going to a very gray beach and being like on the beach, and everyone has this experience, and a lot of people that think that that's how the underworld manifests to the human brain, because we can't really comprehend what it actually is like, if it is even actual real place. Who knows? Who knows? Kind of want to read more about this. I don't have much knowledge outside of the streams I've caught. Oh, thanks for putting in my like little Google Doc recommendations. That's just the recommendations for like the practices I do. But if you want to learn more about like the occult, you can start with, unfortunately, Aleister Crowley. He like modernized occultism, but be warned, Aleister Crowley was a pretty fucking horrible human being. Pretty misogynistic and racist and everything else. So like I hesitate recommending him as like an educational source just because he was shitty. But that's who kind of like modernized occultism. Bro, that's how a book that I read about Hades described it too. Whoa, that's wild. Did you say it's a beach? Yeah, like a gray beach. Like La Push, baby. Kind of like how the beaches look in Twilight, honestly. Do you have any recommendations for finding a deity to work with? I don't. That's kind of just like totally super personal. La Push, baby! Jordan, hey! Hi, how are you? Have you recovered? Because I haven't. I'm still super tired. I feel so drained. I'm so drained still. Oh my god. But to answer your question, generic Glittergoth, I don't have any recommendations. It's a very personal journey, and you're just gonna have to like look out for like signs and stuff and see if you feel like anything's reaching out to you. No, I haven't recovered yet either. I had to go to a birthday party today, and it was awful being around people. McDoodle McMoo, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Jordan. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Hello, been lurking. Crowley was the last name of a therapist I knew. Interesting. Right? That's also why Crowley in Supernatural is named Crowley, if you're familiar with the show Supernatural. Crowley. Do you like my horrible impression? Crowley. It's not even an educational book. It was like half romance, murder, mystery series. But yeah, when it talks about them visiting the underworld, it's a gray beach. Whoa, no way. No way. But yeah, that's how a lot of people experience it. Hope that's right. Yeah, it is right. Also, thank you so much again, Jordan, for having me like on the stream. I know I wasn't supposed to stay the whole time, but I really honestly think that being there that night changed me forever. As weird as that sounds. So thank you. Just thank you again. Thank you for everything. So freaking stoked you stayed the whole time, honestly. I'm glad. I was like, I don't want to intrude on this. Like, I really don't. It was very fun, but very spooky. That's an understatement. Very fun. Super spooky. We loved having you. Thank you. You're now official tarot reader of spirits. I am. So this was going to sound nuts, but a long time ago before Inception came out, I fainted and I dreamt of washing up on a beach, and the guy I was dating at the time pulled me out of the water, and we walked along the beach and talked for what felt for years. I can still feel the stream. Whoa, Crafty, that's wild. You can't make this shit up. That's so wild. Recently, I believe Dionysus was trying to contact me. Oh, interesting. Wait, did I miss someone? This message? Riley. So it's totally off topic, but I want to share it somewhere. I got all the Lord of the Ring books in softcover today for 99 cents each, along with a cute wooden box and a question mark shelf from the thrift store today. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Don't you love it when the thrift gods smile upon you like that? Yamanaka, hello! Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't speak Spanish. I'm so sorry. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so this is wild. I had a dream about, so it was like a couple nights before we went to the house. I had a dream of being in the living room before I even went there. And I was like standing in there. And I was like looking all around. And I woke up and I was like, that's a weird dream. I have no idea what that, my dumbass didn't put two and two together, like, oh, maybe this is like the house I'm going to. I didn't even think about that. But when I walked in the living room, I was like, and I kept it to myself because I like was kind of quietly freaking out about it because I was like, I've been here before. But I told Kristen and she was like, oh yeah, that happens a lot. I was like, why is it like the house is its own entity? I don't like that. Back to the kitchen. I was there when the fridge door opened twice and I got very spooked. Yeah. If I hadn't seen that for myself, I would have been like, that's, Brian's still not convinced at the fridge, but the fridge was freaky. Don't let Brian bully you out of not believing in the fridge. Monster House vibes, right? It kind of reminds me of a book that I read called Kill Creek, where the house was like its own entity, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. My sister and I were both dreaming of a house. Turns out my dad's new girlfriend's place. We just hadn't been there yet. Similar dreams too, right? Going Ghost. I had a dream of being in this house that I live in now before I was there too. I wish Brian could understand how securely I closed the fridge both times. Like, you can hear it seal. Yeah, and I came in and I closed it. And I sealed it with my thumb, too. And then it was like... I get you. I believe you, Jordan. Did the fridge open at any other point again in the night? No. No. I never did it again. Yeah, I believe you. That was so freaky. Thank you. I mean, Brian can believe whatever he wants to believe. He's valid. His beliefs are valid too. We can't say that they're not, but it's because he didn't see it for himself. He wasn't in the room. If Brian hadn't asked the ghost to leave the fridge alone, they would have surely opened it for him. I don't know about that. I feel like Edwin honestly liked Brian, but I feel like the other ghosts were like, this fucking guy. Like, I reclosed it because I thought I messed it up, and it literally swung and pressed my entire body against the fridge, and that thing swung open, right? Right. And it was violent, too. It wasn't just, because, my fridge does that sometimes, where there'll be too much shit on the door, and it'll open, but it slowly opens. It drifts open. It's not and woo. It was clearly very closed, and even more interesting is that you asked it to stop doing it, and the fridge didn't open again after that, right? I was like, just say don't open it. Makes me think of one of the Edgar Allan Poe stories with the house being its own character, right? And it had empty condiments on the door. The momentum and physics of it literally don't make sense. True. It was an awful fridge, though, just in general. I'm kind of like Brian, but it's because I have 0 sixth sense. I can't feel things. I become skeptic, but I want to believe it. Right, and if you had been standing there, Lady Saga, and you saw the door open, and you saw it open 2 or 3 times, and you had closed the seal yourself, you would be like, huh. But I get why people watching, who don't think that that's, strong evidence, if they weren't there and didn't experience it, I get it. There's no way. There's no way, right? There's no way. Just like the door in the bathroom closing or opening, whichever one. It opened by itself, right? That, I know none of us had touched the door and it moved by itself. It was weird. I don't like it. The only time my fridge door opens is when I try to fit a pizza box in it and it's too big for the fridge, right? Same here. Same here. I also heard the fridge seal pop when it opened, which was wild and terrifying. Right? The seal pop was like, I was like, mm-mm. It's wild. Just the whole, like, the I still can't believe it, the flashlight. The flashlight really made me, you guys heard me scream. I screamed. Like, and just, like, one of the freakiest moments, like I said earlier, one of the freakiest moments. Oh, Jordan, were you here when I explained about the tarot cards? Do you want to hear something? You want to hear something? So I gave Edwin the tarot card reading, right? I know you're not familiar with tarot, so I'll just, like, make this quick. Two of the cards that I pulled were the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. They represented Edwin and the person that he's been waiting for. And a couple weeks ago, the tarot deck that I keep here, which was still here when we were in Ohio, I had spilled water all over it. And only 2 cards got water damaged. And when I got home from the trip on Wednesday, the 2 water damaged, I even brought it in here, the 2 water damaged cards were sitting on top of my deck. And I was like, I know I didn't leave it like that. I know I didn't leave the 2 water damage cards on the top of the deck. So I was like, what is this about? And I picked up the cards. And it was the Queen of Wands. And the King of Cups. On top of the deck. Which I know they hadn't been there. And I was like, I almost screamed. I was like, I had to hold back from screaming. I haven't used this tarot deck since then. I kind of just like left these on my dresser. I was like, oh, Ed boy is upsetting spaghetti. I don't know. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. And like, here's the thing. I took a picture of the tarot reading just so I had it. And, like, so I have proof that I had these cards pulled for him. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means, like, I did a good job or what. I don't know. Maybe this was the he should go home with you sign. I don't like that. I don't want that to be the reason. That is still the freakiest thing to me. You should go home with her. I don't like it. I pretend that it didn't happen. He peed on the cards. Piss ghost. The piss ghost peed on my cards. How dare he? But that was like a few weeks ago. I spilled water on my tarot deck. And like, what are the chances that the 2 cards that I had spilled water on are those cards? I don't even know. I don't even know. Piss ghost. Piss ghost. How dare. How dare he? Who is the ghost in the house that was in control of the water? Jacob. You should go home with her. I'm hoping it's more of a prediction, not a warning. Well, a tarot reading that my lovely, wonderful friend Dalt, who was here earlier, I don't know if he's still here, gave me earlier, told me that I needed to be more like the Queen of Wands this year. Like, that was going to be my queen. It's going to be my Queen of Wands year. So that's the other thing that really freaks me out, right? Queen of Wands year. My guides have consistently told me this too. It's my Queen of Wands year. And I was like, I don't like that the Queen of Wands is representing the person that Edwin has been waiting for. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't like that. I also bought a body butter. Here's another weird thing. I also bought a body butter before I left from Witch Baby Soap. That's Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands body butter. No. Behind the house, there's a river that helps with the portals. Maybe it's connected. I don't know how much I believe about the portal stuff. That's just my belief. So, like, I believe that spirits can go, like, wherever they want, whatever, and they just stay in certain places because they have some sort of, like, emotional connection to it still. So maybe Edwin won't be there when Kristen gives the next tour. If he was waiting to meet you, that may have been enough, and he left. Yeah, I get the vibe that whoever Edwin's waiting for, when he gets reunited with them, whoever it is, he's not going to be there anymore. That was just the vibe that I got from that tarot reading, but that doesn't mean that's actually going to happen. But his wait is almost over. He left to go home with me? No, he's not home with me, guys. I promise. I promise. There's no one here. Just Stinky. Just my resident ghost Stinky, who came with, like I told you, came with me and was being a menace. Wait, are you the Queen of Wands? I normally am the Queen of Cups. That's why we have Queen of Cups magic. But Queen of Wands was supposed to be my 2022. Like, it was supposed to be my Queen of Wands year. You're the chosen one Edwin's been waiting for. Please, I reject this. Also, it's just weird to me. I think I said it on the live stream, but Edwin was the name of my grandfather also. And then, I didn't talk about this, but his sister died in the house in 1947. And sorry to put you on blast, Mom, but that's the year that my mom was born. And she was also named, her name was like a family name, Eliza. So, like, her full name was Eliza Lyde Hetherington, and it's a family name, and my mom is also, like, a junior, like, it's a family name, her first name, and I was like, that's a little weird, it's a little weird, it was all weird, very uncomfy vibes from that. So my mom is, like, my mom's name is Marjorie, and my mom's name is Marjorie, and so, like, her name was Eliza, and her mother's name was Eliza, and her grandmother's name was Eliza, and so it was, like, a family name, and she died, it's like, so they had, like, the passed down name thing, and she died the year my mom was born, and then her brother's name was my grandfather's name. It's a lot. Edwin. Stinky is the only ghost. Stinky is the only ghost, TM. The connections. Yeah. It was weird. I'm gonna pretend like none of it. Here's what I've been doing since I got home. I'm pretending like it didn't happen to me. Because the You Should Go Home With Her, it was just like... And then the tarot cards, seeing the tarot cards, it just made me want to puke, like, and scream puke. So, sounds like we need Ancestry's tree, this thing. Listen, I know my ancestry. I have no connection to them whatsoever. In this lifetime, anyway. Maybe in a past life. I think it's just Edwin being cheeky. I agree, Baby Spell. I think he's just like, heh. All right, how we feeling? We should do some tarot readings. I don't want to talk your ear off all night. Let's do some collective readings. If I'm like, as long as you guys want that. Like, if you have any other questions, I'm totally like down. I haven't read tarot in forever though. The last person I read tarot for was dead. So, You've mentioned this, but how was the spirit box session for you being a medium? So overwhelming. So, like, it was just, it felt overwhelming. And it was hard to pick up on anything for me, like, personally, because there were so many voices talking. Like, it was a bombardment of just, like, them yelling, like, bitch, fuck, what? And then just being like, I'm still wondering what the sound was we heard in the doll room. Like that super loud sound by the bed. Yeah, I want to know what that is. I completely blocked that out. I just can't. I can't remember it all. I want to know. I want to know what it is too, because it sounded like a marble dropping. And the EMS were going off like crazy. And then, like, it just was a lot. Because that was where Brian felt like he freaked out. I just remember that my grandfather, the one whose ancestry I don't know, left Grammy and went to Ohio. Oh my God, you're right. You're right, Mom. We have no idea. We have no idea what happened. Like, we have no idea about that side of the family. Like, I didn't even know what my ancestry was. Like, until I did my, like, the 23andMe. Like, we didn't know what our ancestry was because we didn't know anything about him. I do have a question. What do you do or use for cleansing after all this? So, a good old-fashioned shower normally does the trick. But a lot of salt. Like, I used salt. Like, we did a salt bath on our feet. And then when I got home, I did a whole salt scrub with lemon. It's like, it's called the Hexbreaker scrub from Witch Baby Soap. If you're, all the connections, right? If you're a practitioner at all and you don't know about Witch Baby Soap, they are a, like, bath and beauty brand that specializes in, like, making, like, little spells and, like, bath products. So I have the Hexbreaker scrub from them, which is meant to, like, break any, like, negative connections and, like, stop any, like, negative vibes from coming at you. So I scrubbed my whole body down with that, and then I cleansed the entire house with juniper, which is protective and banishing. Like, it'll banish any negative vibes. So I did that. I did all that. I went through the whole house, too, because I was like, nobody's getting in here. Hexbreaker and Cord Cutter are great from Witch Baby, right? Hexbreaker is amazing. If you feel like you have a lot of negative energy hanging around you, I'd highly recommend Hexbreaker. If you want to get rid of someone in your life that, or, like, you feel like you need to let go, Cord Cutter is great for that. The whispering ASMR, but full of nope, right? It was so much whispering. It was so overwhelming. I couldn't really pick up on things until later, like, watching it back. And I still haven't watched it back because it's just very scary to me. Like, there's something about spirit boxes that are just, like, creepy inherently, right? Even if it's not, like, real and there's no, like, real thing behind it. It's just creepy. I did get the name of hers, though, that she was using. Like, the app that we were using. And I was like, should I do that on stream? I don't know. We got Choo Choo Pickle Pie, though. Hell yeah, Choo Choo. They really liked that. Choo Choo. Hell yeah. Baby Soul, thank you for redeeming Cleanse Chat. Let's cleanse this. Cleanse Chat. Oh, yeah, you can also use something like a selenite wand like this to cleanse you like this. Speaking of cord cutting, I think I want to do one of those, but it's a very difficult thing for me to do. Maybe I'll do it one day. I've never done one either. Riley, I've tried to do one, and the person that I was trying to do a cord cutting with, because a traditional, like, cord cutting spell, you have 2 candles and you tie a thread to connect them, and then you burn the candles, and it's supposed to burn the cord, which is symbolic. So whether it works or not, it's still, like, a visualization, and I feel like helps you move on regardless of whether you believe it's working or not. It's very symbolic, and it burns the thread and like burns the connection between you and the person you're trying to sever the connection to. And the one time that I tried it, the cord wouldn't burn. I tried to directly light the cord on fire and it wouldn't burn. So I was like, I guess I'm not supposed to sever this connection. So I'm just going to let it be. Okay, here we go. There you go. Hope that sucked some of your negative energy out. Sharpa, oh my god, thank you for the 15. Your May reading told me that I was going to make logical choices this month, which was hard because my heart did not want to, and I did. Now I need to know if I'm still on the right path. Need a romance/love reading now, bad, please. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Get back to some tarot reading. Let's see. Okay, so what exactly did you want to ask? Just a love reading? How long is that stream total? Like 11 hours. But it's worth every single hour, I'm telling you. Like when we were watching the clips back, I was like, oh, this is so interesting, and I felt like I wasn't even watching me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, just love? Okay. Did you add the Etsy past life readings? I did not get a chance to before I left, but that will be going up this week. Past life reading. I also want to do another past life reading stream, I think. So any of you who missed out on it, I think I want to try to do that like once a month, honestly, because it was just interesting. It was really cool. Oh, good luck on your thesis work. Blogger says what? Thank you so much for being here. I know that's probably so loud in the mic. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well. Love read. Oh, okay. So... I'm getting the sense right away from this reading that this is a very fiery situation. Are you in a very fiery situation? Maybe we can find out more about my drunk poor past in Winslow. How does one request a reading? I definitely have something that's been on my mind. Twilight Galaxy. So I have, here. What's the command? I don't even know my own commands. Join? Is it? So this is how you get one on stream. On Wednesdays, I do individual readings. Saturdays, I do collective readings, which I will be getting to. So, like, I'll explain what that is when I'm done with this reading. But if you would like to ask a specific question, it's $5 for 3 cards and an oracle card. And then I don't know why I'm reading that. I can't. Okay, my brain can only focus on one thing at a time. I'm so sorry. It's right there how you get a donation-based reading. But on Wednesdays, we do free readings for everyone. And collective readings are free for everyone to listen to. Okay, so we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands reversed. So I get the sense that in the future especially, this has the potential to be like some sort of like struggle where there's like some anger issues coming out in this. If I'm honest with you, with the Hermit being here, your guides are overwhelmingly, hold on, let me switch cameras, being like, if you want this situation to work out for you, I hate saying it like this. I'm trying to be nice as possible. If you want this situation to work out for you here with the Three of Pentacles, which is like working harmoniously together, if you want it to work and not be so overwhelming or potentially be overwhelming, you got to spend some time alone with the Hermit card here. This is all about getting to know you and what you want and what you need out of a love connection and a relationship. This doesn't necessarily mean being alone forever. It could be like a couple of days, but they're really like stressing that right now, so you don't get overwhelmed by the situation, spend some time alone. I feel like I feel like you're the King of Wands here, where like you are very passionate and you're very sure of yourself, or will be in this relationship. And oh, Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting us up to Riley. That is so nice. Thank you. I just was told, does this mean anything to you? I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. They're saying to hold your tongue. Does that make sense at all? When I hear things, I'm just like, does that even make sense? There's something about be mean. Oh, Jesus. I just pulled up something on my computer. I wasn't trying to. Oh my God. Be mean. Well, they're saying to hold your tongue, and that they are really like stressing here, like with this Knight of Wands being reversed with the King of Wands, which the Wands are all about fiery passion. And when things get Twilight Galaxy, thank you so much for the tier 1. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I don't even say this anymore, but when you become a sub, you not only get a witchy emotes and a new moon sound badge, but you also get extra cards on Wednesdays when we do our like our our individual readings. You get 3 cards instead of 1 by being a sub. There we go. My little spiel is over. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, thank you. For any of you who came from Jordan's community and are here, thank you so much. Like, seriously, just thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Jordan, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm petty and I want to go off on this guy and I'm frustrated and my logical decision is to kick him to the curb, but I'm I get that. They were instantly, like, telling me that, this has the potential to get, like, very heated and, like, become a very heated argument. The Wands are all about fiery passion, and there's a lot of it here, and not just in the fiery passion in, like, the spicy sense, but in the, like, I'm gonna show you these hands kind of way. Like, one of my favorite books that I always recommend if you're gonna get into tarot is called Kitchen Table Tarot, and Melissa Sainova describes the Knight of Wands reverse as, like, the bro that's like, you want to fight? You want to fucking go? And I get that energy here. I feel like there's just, like, you need to just take a breather, take a step back before things become overwhelming, and you want to, like, fight this person. To spend some time alone to get to know if you want this to continue to work. They're definitely saying don't throw away the whole man. Like, don't throw it away. Don't throw it all away right now. Just take a step back, spend some time alone, figure out what you really want. And with this 3 of Pentacles being here, it definitely has the potential to work, but you're just going to need to, like, figure out and, like, center yourself and, like, figure that out. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense and helps. I'm going to pull your oracle cards now in regards to this. Let me get my oracle deck. We have the Moonology Manifestation Oracle to go with the tarot readings tonight. We haven't even got into the tarot readings yet. I'm so sorry. It's just a lot, you know, like being in a haunted house was a lot. Okay. Sophie, hey, welcome. But what if I want to throw away the whole man and go after someone new? I mean, that's what being alone is about. Maybe it's time for you to be alone. My instant vibe was be alone. So whether that sitting with yourself and being alone brings you to the conclusion that you want a new person or you want to revive this, definitely stressing the time alone with the hermit. Just saw a video with two bros doing the wanna fight but it turned romantic. It was amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have forgive, full moon in Pisces. Forgive. I don't know if they're telling you to forgive this person or forgive yourself. I feel like they're telling... they're telling you to just go a little easy. Go a little easy on this person. Whether you decide you want to throw them away or not, try to... Of course, if they deserve it, they deserve it. But your guides are really being like, think about it for a second. Full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. Once again, stressing the being alone and taking the step back so you can see the entire picture rather than the incident that's making you upset. So try to take a step back and see the bigger picture. And then we have full moon in Libra. Find a balance. Really stressing the be alone here with these three cards. Again, it's just like they really want you to spend some time alone figuring it all out. So, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much again for the $15. Do you have any questions about it? I have a Doja Cat song stuck in my head. It won't go away. It won't leave me alone. Okay. Now I'm actually gonna, I missed doing tarot, guys. I missed it so much. I missed streaming. I missed being away. I missed it all. So we're gonna do some collective readings now. So collective readings are open to everyone to listen to and vibe with. Like, take whatever resonates from the reading. You'll know if it's for you. You'll know it's for you. So, well, this is a lot to think about. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. Seriously. Yeah, thank you so much, Crafty, for putting in the collective command. Collective readings are for when I'm reading for all viewers. You'll know it's for you if it's for you, okay? So let's see. I just really want to do some general ones. I'm getting the vibe that, like, everyone's guides are lining up. They're like, where have you been? You haven't been here. Which song? Ain't shit. Sorry for the delay. I'm on mobile. No need to apologize. If you have a question in mind, you can sit and ask yourself a question. These are kind of just like general readings. So like it's to pick up on the energy of everyone in chat, and it picks up on like what people need to hear. But you can ask yourself a question in your head that you want an answer to as well. Sometimes it works that way. Or in my case, my guides yell and say she gets the King of Pentacles. That reading was a trip. It was. Oh my god. All your readings lately have been a trip. They're funny. Okay, let's see. What do the beautiful people need to hear tonight? Let's see. What do the beautiful people need to hear? What do we got? It's been a while. Okay. Okay. Ugh. They were waiting, huh? We got an extra card in this reading. Oh my gosh. So much major arcana energy in this reading. I'm new here and I love the energy. It was so fun to see you on the paranormal stream. Thank you so much for being here, Sarah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. First reading back. The tower. Also, so I was talking about the first tarot reading that I gave on the paranormal stream before I realized that like I was supposed to be giving Edwin a reading was the tower, right? And it was about like a kid. I thought about this later because I got that it was like a kid trying to communicate with me, and it was the tower. And if it was one of the kids that fell out of the window, look at what the people are doing on the card. They're falling out of a window. I was like, ooh, that's spooky. A tower, it must be good because it's tall, right? Yes. So good. Not the window, right? So there's the tower. Okay, we have the tower, the Hierophant, the star reversed. The way the cards came out too, it was Page of Wands, Tower in the middle, Queen of Pentacles. And that's clearly like childlike energy with the page. Tower, like a really bad moment happened to someone falling out of a window. And the Queen of Pentacles, which is a mother. And I'm like, you're looking for your mother? You're looking for your mother? I'm very sorry, I can't help you with that. I looked up the ain't shit song you had stuck in your head, and the lyrics are fitting. I think it's time to nicely put this man in the trash. I mean, it's what men deserve. Okay, so we have the star reversed, the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Cups. To any men listening, I know, not all men, I promise. So, this to me, this tower moment indicates like this has already happened. This moment has already happened to you. And it's the tower moment is something big and catastrophic, right? It's when your life changes forever and you're trying to deal with like the dust settling on your life, and it feels like very difficult because everything you once knew has changed. I feel like that's the position that whoever this reading is for is directed at right now. They're still dealing with like the dust settling, and they're in this spot where they feel super hopeless with the star reverse. So you're feeling very hopeless and kind of like lost. And not wanting to take any of the cups being offered to you right now with the Four of Cups. You're having all these emotional offers being presented to you, but you're not ready to take them yet because you're still dealing with this like catastrophic life change, this life-changing event. But the Hierophant is here. The Hierophant represents a path, like a new path for you, and particularly like one that involves spirit. It could be spiritual because the Hierophant is the active connection to the divine, where like you're actively seeing things, you're actively connecting, and you want to pursue that more. Or it could be a traditional path. This could be like you want to go back to school. I'm getting the vibe that this is someone who's considering going back to school, but like the circumstances in their life have prevented them from continuing with their education, potentially. But the Hierophant's calling you. This could also be getting a mentor of some sort to like pursue something that you always really wanted to do. But if you've been thinking about going back to school or anything like that, or pursuing a traditional path, this could even be like marriage, like thinking about asking someone to marry you, just know that that's like a path. That's a path that can lead you to like a celebration of some sorts, because we have the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups is all about celebration and like a joyous celebration. I feel like it's going to lead you to this, especially with people. I feel like this is going to lead you to finding your people that you've been looking for. I feel like part of this tower potentially could be that you lost like your people, the people that you thought were going to be with you for life, and it could be like a catastrophic friend breakup or something like that. And whatever this path is that you're being called to, it's going to lead you to your people and people who are willing to celebrate with you, and also reconnect you to things that you thought you lost in your childhood with the Six of Cups. This is like a feeling of nostalgia. I don't know if it's like this path, this traditional path is something that you left in your childhood that you're being called to reconnect with, or if it's just going to lead you to like connecting with those things that you lost as a kid. Like, you know, the things that like adults tell us are dumb, like, or we just grow up and think are stupid. But this path is going to lead you down to like a path of celebration, of fun, and like of connection to like those nostalgic memories. Why am I sitting like this? Do you want a tarot reading from Gollum? Like, why am I sitting like that? Been thinking about going back to school for my master's, and the person I've been seeing has been talking about marriage a lot. Even at one point straight up asked if I was in a rush to get married. What? Precious. Thinking about going to school for my master's. Oh, 2 people? Whoa. There was a tower. I was in the bathroom. Yes. Just found out today that I didn't get the camp job I was hoping for, which has brought me back to square one about what to do next. This Hierophant saying traditional path, so maybe school. Oh, interesting. The star mean? I missed that. The star reverse means this tower moment has put you in a sense of feeling, sorry, I can't stop burping, feeling very hopeless and lost. It's like a path of hopelessness. Like, you just feel lost right now. My precious shiny cards. Precious. Okay, let's pull an oracle card to go with this. Precious. First I was doing a impression of Crowley and not me doing an impression of Schmeagol. Connected a lot from that reading, although I started my master's last fall, feeling enough spurred on to make that decision by a different reading you gave me before. Llama Bee, no way! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. Okay, we have work through your feelings. Last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. I mean, that's what this reading is saying, right? You're feeling very rough after this tower moment, and you're still sorting through it. But the only way, I know this sounds cheesy, and I hate saying this sometimes, but the only way out is through. The only way out is through sometimes. And I know a lot of us have lived through a lot of trauma, and it's hard to like face that head on, but sometimes the only way to get to the other side, and like this is coming from personal experience, the way to get to being in a better place is to work through it. And it sucks, and it's a tower moment all by itself, but I promise you it gets better. They're in Aries? No fucking way. No way. Had to face my own trauma head on this past week. I'm so sorry, Crafty. I'm so sorry. Hate that? Hate that? Riley. This could kind of be speaking to me, but the only part that doesn't fit is the traditional path or going back to school, but the whole nostalgia thing kind of does. Well, if you don't feel like it fits 100%, don't try to make it fit. Hierophant could also represent getting into like a active connection with the divine and like finding a mentor for that. But if you're not in that position either, I wouldn't make it fit. I'm so sorry, Lady Saga. What are one card reading? What do you mean? I'm so sorry if I don't understand. I felt like fixing things with my ex-best friend, but I was for a bit for non-subs. Oh, all right. Sorry. Let me just finish reading this. I'm like all over the place today. I'm so sorry. I'm out of practice. I didn't stream for 9 days. I'm so bad. And now I'm blocked again, and I haven't heard from her since Monday. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I think she blocked me due to her boyfriend, which funnily enough is what caused this whole blowout 9 months ago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Riley. That's her problem, you know? Like, you're just living your best life, trying to do you and focus on you, and if she is still being like that, it's probably best. For non-sub, oh yeah, on Wednesday, Saturdays we do collective readings, which are like this, which are like open to anyone to claim if they resonate with them. And then Wednesday we have a queue system where you can join the line and get in line and get a reading, and non-subs get 1 card and subs get 3 cards and an oracle card. I'm so sorry, but sometimes people just like gotta go. It's best if they go deal with their own shit away from you, you know? Like, I had a person in my life that I had to cut out because they had so much going on, and it's just, I don't know. I've talked about this before. Sometimes there's only so much you can do for someone. My heart can't take this back and forth. Right, and like by the time she's like ready to come back and like face it, like who knows where you'll be. It's best to just focus on you. You know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You had to deal with that. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? I heard, I'm just gonna give you this little extra tidbit, Riley. I heard your path is rising. I don't know if I'm too close to the mic. I'm sorry. Your path is rising. So I'll leave that with you. Not facing the emotions. The only way out is through, right? The only way out is through it, and it sucks, but it's true. Okay. Let's see. What else did the beautiful people leave here tonight? Okay. Someone has been waiting their turn to get this message out. So. Oh, dang. Not the King of Cups again. Not the King of Cups again. I'd win. Okay. We have the King of Cups. Or is the King of Cups going to have to be the jail card now? King of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 9 and 10 of Pentacles together. Ooh, love that. Four of Pentacles reversed. I love that wiggle emote. It's so cute. So cute. Ugh. My freaking back is killing me now. Okay. Four of Pentacles reversed. And Five of Swords. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Thought that was the Seven of Swords? Nah. We're good. We're safe from the Seven of Swords for now. Guys, thank you all so much for being here. Like, seriously, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna get into this. Let's see what we got here. We have the King of Cups, which shows... Oh, wait, this was reversed. Look at all those wiggles go. Yeah, look at all those wiggles go. Someone who is very much in charge of their emotions, and I feel like you're being called to step up and take control of your emotions right now. No, Cider, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the bits. Oh my gosh, I have to go. Love and positive vibes to all. Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Have a great night. After some sort of defeat here that you experienced with the Five of Swords, it's time for you to step up and really take control of your emotions. I feel like this defeat is here, like, regardless of why, like, it was a totally valid situation. You had every right to feel very upset about it, but now it's time for you to take back control of your own emotions and not let the people who were involved in this defeat that, like, contributed to it to make you feel defeated anymore. It's time to step up and take control, take charge, and, like, be in control of your emotions. You are very emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature. This card always represents that. You have a very strong sense of empathy for people and can help people sort out their own emotions. This is a strength that you have. So it's time to let go of whatever it is you've been holding on to. And specifically this defeat. I feel like you've been clinging very hard to some sort of issue that you had with one or multiple people that wound up with you feeling like you were at a loss. It's time to release that. That's in the past. And I know it's totally, like I said, it's totally valid you experienced that. But it's time, your guides are saying, it's time to let go because so much prosperity lies on the other side of that. Like, by letting go, that's how you welcome in all this abundance. Look at this. We have the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is receiving the rewards of everything that you worked so hard for. You worked so hard for this. You deserve to be showered by the universe with all of this abundance. So that's coming for you. And then this sense of home and security is the 10 of Pentacles. Building a home and safe space for yourself, for where you feel secure and like you don't need or want for anything. That's also in your future. So just work on letting go of whatever this is and step into your power as someone who is incredibly, like, emotionally mature and helps other people sort out their emotions. I feel like that's where all your strengths are lying right now. That's, like, it's being stressed to me a lot. Also, potential water sign. Water moon. Water moon? Water moon, potentially. Water moon sign. I don't know why they wanted to make that distinction, but water moon. On the next water... Huh? There's so much information coming at me at once. It's really hard to hear. So, how that spirit box sounds out loud is how it sounds in my head. Like all the spirits being like blah, 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 blah at once. Okay, universe, I just got here. You could wait like 5 seconds before calling me out. No, I'm so sorry. Just jumping back in to say I feel very called out. No, I'm so sorry. Water. The next, so potentially water moon or the next water moon. We just had the full moon in Scorpio, so. Magic Gem, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, thank you so much. Sending love from the Magical Misfits. I love that. Thank you so much for being here. How was your stream? We're just doing some collective readings here. If you don't know me, I'm Morgan. I do tarot and witchy content 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays. Yeah, I'm just doing collective readings now. Let's see. We got full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. Take inspired action. So whatever this strength is, like however you can best apply this strong emotional strength, take some inspired action on that. And that means like take some like steps to apply that to your real life, like your everyday life. Stream was great. Talk to a haunted doll and watch some spooky videos together. Oh my gosh, a haunted doll. I just got back from going to the Bellaire house on Monday, which is a haunted house, so I saw a haunted doll there. How is that? Oh my gosh, Twilight Galaxy, thank you so much for the 15. I def love a reading for a specific thing that's been on my mind lately, but no rush. What would you like to know? You're totally up next. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh. What would you like to ask? I felt so connected to that reading. I'm a Leo moon. It's just potentially more water moons. Doesn't have to be. And Jordan lives with a haunted doll. Oh, right. That's right. The synchronicities, man. Her name is Elizabeth. I bought a haunted mystery box a while back and she was in it. We'll use a spirit box to communicate with her from time to time. Oh, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that app that Kristen used and try that, but I'm kind of scared, honestly. I'm a little scared. I don't know. There's someone I was really vibing with who was new in my life, but I've not heard from her in months. After thinking we got along fine, not sure if it's worth trying to reach out again or not. Oh yeah, we can absolutely do that. Let's see. I was trying to think of the name of that app earlier, but couldn't remember what it was called. Oh, here, I got it for you. Right, I recognize your name now. Took me a second. But hi, thank you for being here. It's called the Miracle Box. There you go. It's $2.99. So you like speak in it and do it while you're asking the question. You drag it this way, and then when you want the answer, you drag it back. I really don't know how it works. I will have to read more about it because I don't know the technology behind that, and I'm not sure about it. Like, I can't speak on whether or not it's legit or anything. Oh, Blogger says, what? Thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. Okay, Twilight Galaxy, let's see. Next time the moon is in a water sign in general is May 23rd and 24th in Pisces. For anyone who's wondering, the next new moon water sign is July 29th, and the next full moon water sign is September 10th. It coming up. Oh. I know the moon in Pisces is a very emotional time in general, so that could be speaking to like stepping up to your emotions and taking control over them. Sometimes use Necrophonic, which is another app, and sometimes a real spirit box. Not sure if the apps are very trustworthy, but it's still interesting, fun. Right, I still think using an app is just fun. Totally. New moon in Cancer, full moon in Pisces. Pisces full moon, man. Oof. I'm going to be away. No, I'm not going to be away on the 10th. No, what am I talking about? Never mind. Don't listen to me. I'm going away at the end of September. And I was like, I'm going to be away for the full moon in Pisces. No, I'm not. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So this is about reaching out to someone that you, they really want to tell me something. They really do. Reaching out to someone that you haven't heard for in months, and I sense like obviously you've been thinking about it a lot. You've been thinking about whether you should go for it or not, and you've really like held yourself back from doing it because the Eight of Swords reversed is you have put yourself in this limited beliefs about yourself where you're like, oh, but maybe I deserved that, or maybe like I did it something wrong, or maybe it's all me. And this being reversed shows that you've been thinking about like reaching out again, but you've been holding yourself back with the Fool reversed. The Fool reversed shows like not taking a leap, not going for it. But I'm telling you, your guides are stressing you to like try. You might as well try to reach out because you'll get the clarity that you're seeking. Whether or not it's the answer that you want, you're definitely going to get clarity with the Ace of Swords being here. That's like an aha moment. That's knowing for sure. And I feel like you definitely are a good match because we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, which show that you're both like kind of grounded and focused on goals and stuff. I need to decompress and do my after stream stuff, but I'm so glad we were able to raid you tonight. Hope the rest of your night goes well. You too, Magic Gem. So sorry I didn't recognize your name at first. I recognize it now. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. Get some good rest. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Okay, so sorry. I definitely see that you're a good match here, though, because the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, like, they're two of the same suit. You're focused on, like, similar things, whereas I feel like she may have been more of a immature energy with the Page of Pentacles, and it's kind of, like, could have been why things fizzled out is because she is just, like, starting her journey and is a little bit more immature than you, whereas you are, like, very steady and very rooted and like are focused on things. If anything isn't correct, please let me know. But definitely they're like they're pushing you to reach out again because whether or not, like I said, whether or not you get an answer that you want, you'll still have that clarity and you'll be able to get that closure because we have the World here, which really honestly legitimately represents closure. The World is the closing of a chapter, and it could also indicate you feeling like you got the world, so it could go in a good way where you like feel complete and you feel like you like are back in contact and you like have the world. But it also could just be like that closure, that you get what you needed, so you're able to close the door on it and not like go over and over and over again with it, with the Eight of Swords reversed. Like the Eight of Swords is just you going over and over again. So definitely, if you want, not telling you that you have to do any of this. This is just like advice. So like if you hear something like maybe like it's telling you to do this, you don't have to do it. You all have free will, and this is just like a little bit of advice. Never would tell you what to do, but definitely they're stressing like if you reach out, you will get the closure that you need from this situation. So I hope that helps. Let me pull some oracle cards too for you. So what I've been really wanting badly is closure, because I reached out a few times. I've been left on red, so I stopped trying to reach out in March. I'm definitely the type to always want closure with stuff. Makes sense. Totally. I get that. I get that 100%. So it looks like by potentially reaching out again, you'll be able to get closure. Let's see. We've got moon cards. I don't know why I picked the moon deck today. It just kind of was like at my desk already. Someone's guides want me to use the book. So I guess we'll use the book in a second. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart open to all the possibilities. That's wild. Okay. And what else we got? See the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. This card came up a second time. Try to take a step back and see the bigger picture. Maybe there's another reason why things happened. Maybe there's a lot going on in their life. And this one. Okay. Breathe through the tension. Full moon in Scorpio. I'm a Sagittarius? No way. That's wild. Breathe through the tension. So try to breathe. Just if it feels very overwhelming to do this, very scary, very nerve-wracking, try to breathe. Do some breath work. Ground yourself and breathe. Just breathe. These are also on point, right? It's wild. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. That's what my little emo is, for those of you wondering or who are new. That's what this one stands for. You can't make this shit up. Being seen, you were red to fill. Now I have a Rihanna song stuck in my head. What's going on with me? Shut up and drive, 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 drive. I appreciate it though. I've been mulling this over for months. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the 15. Just like thank you for everything. Thank you all. Seriously, I can't say that enough. I know I've said that a bunch of times tonight. But seriously, just thank you all for being here, especially those of you who like checked me out for the first time. Like, I really appreciate it. And especially all my regulars coming back. Like, I was gone for so long. Thank you. She and I both also had surgery months apart from each other. Whoa, that's wild. Alright, oh yeah, that's right. Someone's guide said they wanted me to use the book. You know we can never abandon you. I'll come back no matter how long you leave. Riley, thank you. Yeah, like I saw a bunch of you in the chat during the paranormal stream and I was like, thank you. Like I saw you in chat, Riley, and I was like, oh, thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. Like all you hyping me up, like thank you. Okay, so we have this little instant magic oracle, and someone's guides really wanted me to use it. So how I normally use this is I look at what time it is, and then I open to that page. But I think, is it too late? No. Is it? We could do 235. 235. No? I'm being told no. Okay, anyway. Let's see. What do we need to hear? How about this? The past version of you is so proud of how far you've come. The past version of you is so proud of how far you've come. Level 3 out of cat reminds me of Hecate. Yeah. So I hope that resonated with you. What is success? Whoa. I didn't even know I had this in this book. So we're going to read that because I don't even know I put that in there. I know I put it in here, but I don't know. I feel like people, for some reason I want to read it. So we're going to read it. What is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children. To earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends. To appreciate the beauty and to find the best in others. To leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Ralph Waldo Emerson. That's nice. Thanks, Ralph. All right, let's you need to hear that? Thank you. You're so welcome. I don't know why I felt like I needed to read that, so I did. Let's do another collective reading. So that was so nice, right? So that you get that when you buy the these tarot decks that I have, because that was the Love edition. You get that when you get this. It's just like in there. And I thought that was like a nice little touch. Then there's another quote in here. Let's enjoy the journey of exploring more possibilities in the tarot world. Oh, that's what she wrote. Oh, I like that. Okay, what else do the beautiful people need to hear? What else? What else we got? Ooh, 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 ooh. Goodness. Okay. Baby spell, you need to get rest whenever you get it. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay. We have the Page of Wands. Okay. Oof. I'm very thrown off by this reading because to me this is a very strong reading. It's Page of Wands, the Empress, the King of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Cups reversed, and the Hermit. I'm getting a very unequal power dynamic in a relationship from this reading. I feel like this is a potential relationship with someone way older than you. And that there's an imbalance here. And I feel like things, you're not seeing eye to eye, and this could be a potential, like, manipulative situation. Vivian, back from Ethan's show, how was your night? How did you like Ethan's show? It's so great. It's so great. I'm so glad you went. Welcome. We even get a warning with this one, right? Why did this do this? Okay. Here we go. What was I even saying? Where did I go? Did you see all the thoughts just leave? It went, they were gone. I love seeing him in DC. It's so good, right? I want to see more, but I saw it twice, and it's just, I don't know. It's very good. I'm glad you got to see it. So proud of him. I loved it. I'm so proud of him, too. I loved it. I loved it, too. It's so good. If you get the chance to see it, I know there's only like 5 stops left, but if you get the chance to see it, go see it. I'm telling you. I'm sad I wasn't able to see a show. I'm so sorry, Baby's Bow. I wanted to go again, but by the time I could have gotten another ticket, he was on the West Coast. Yeah. Saw a show last night. It was so good, right? It's so good. I'm so glad you guys got to see it. I'm the last stop? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's like 800 degrees in my office. I'm sweating. That's why all my thoughts have left. Okay, so this reading. A potentially very unequal, right? I cried. I cried so hard too. The last song. Yeah. So a very unequal power dynamic in a relationship. This is someone who is very focused on money in your relationship. It's all about money with them. Like, it will never be enough. And like, money fixes a lot of things, right? To say that money doesn't solve problems isn't true. But this person, that's like their only focus. They don't want to even spend any time or resources on you because they're so concerned about penny pinching and getting more money. That's really the overwhelming vibe I'm getting from the King of Pentacles reversed. And you are just starting your journey. You have like this spark of passion within you. You have all this inspiration. You are going to go places. You can't let this person manipulate you. I don't know if this is a romantic relationship or if this is a parental figure, but it's some sort of partnership that you're in with the Two of Cups reversed that you're just like not seeing eye to eye on like your life philosophies, and they're kind of like overwhelming to be around. You need to think about that a little bit because we have the Hermit and we have the Empress, which shows that like this is time to spend on your own a little bit with the Hermit. Separate yourself from this person, even if you're not, like, breaking it off, if this is a romantic relationship, and just, like, sit and be alone for a little bit. You know, like, be with your thoughts. Figure out your own way. Like, the Hermit is a card of lighting your own path and going on a search for internal wisdom. And it's time for you to figure out what you want outside of whatever this person has been putting on you. Grey Flesh, hello, welcome. Because I feel like you are... What am I even... What? The thoughts... No thoughts. No thoughts anymore. Head empty. They just like mid-sentence it was like, there they go. You're on this path to become this Empress figure, this like very warm, nurturing person who's very grounded, who's very sensual, who's very inspired, very artistic, very creative and warm. And I feel like this person is not fostering that in you. And by being alone and figuring out your own way, you'll be able to foster that within you. I know I get like that when I read as well, right? Sometimes you just like brain empties out. It's just something that happens. this is not being fostered, and I feel like you have the potential to be so inspiring and so expressive, and you're not being allowed to flourish in the environment that you're in. So try your best, as best as you can, to get some time in alone so you can figure out which way that you want to go with your life and how to foster that within you. Words, truly, words, baby spell, words. Words. Okay. Okay. All right. We have this one. Full moon in Libra. Find a balance. Find a balance. That fits with this. Try to sit behind the river behind my house every day for that. Maybe I'll find some clarity by continuing to do so. I hope so. I hope you're able to find that. I feel like finding a balance between dealing with this person and finding alone time is really what that card is saying. You know? Gotta be a good balance there between your own, like, quest for truth and then dealing with people, unfortunately. Give me 1 second here. Dealing with people isn't my strong suit. Mine either. Like, I am so squirrely in person with people. Like, I can't talk, I can't speak up for myself, I can't really, like, it takes me a really long time to actually, like, be myself around people. Trying to look. I was trying to see if anyone on my stream team was still streaming. Let's see. I didn't even go to it. What is wrong with me? There's no thoughts left here in my brain. I think I'm gonna do one more collective reading, and then I'm tired. I'm so tired. I didn't notice you seemed more reserved in D2 stream. I wanted to be like, Morgan, chill, you're doing fine. Riley, thank you. I'm just so self-conscious, you have no idea. Like, I mean, you do have an idea. You saw. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna actually do a little pick a pile reading here to close out the stream. I'm an introvert through and through. Like, I thrive in my own little quarter of the world. That's why I'm so grateful that you're all here. Look at this. I pulled this deck out, right? I pulled it all out. What is the only one that's flipped over? Queen of Cups, our babe. She's the only one. She was the only one flipped over. I felt like you did get a bit more comfortable as the night went on. Thank you. I hope so. Only because I relate introvert recognizes introvert, right? Introvert recognizes introvert. INFP gang. Although I don't believe in Myers-Briggs really, because the woman who made the Myers-Briggs personalities believed in like eugenics and was like horrifically racist, and so every time some people like bring those up, I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to believe a woman who personality types based on a woman who believed in eugenics. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I know, that was like wildly off topic. Musi, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, that's so loud. I'm gonna do a pick a pile reading now. So if you would like to pick between pile 1, 2, or 3, that's what we're doing. Okay, whoa. Okay. Well, that's pile number 1. So pick up number 1, 2, or 3. You're getting a little teaser. Yo, Erica, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I love that shuffle ASMR, yes. How are you? Guys, please go check out Yo Erica if you haven't already. Another fabulous like streamer and reader. Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted, so I hate to raid and bounce, but I hope everyone is well. That's totally fine. Get some good rest, Musi. Thank you so much. Yeah, there you go. Go check out Yo Erica. Oh, okay. What do we got? Oh, okay. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and then we're gonna get an oracle card that goes with it. Doing good, sleepy. Supposed to be getting ready for bed, but I finally have a moment to watch Twitch, right? That's how it always goes. It's been a really sleepy day, it feels like, for everyone. I don't know what that's about. Is Mercury retrograde making everyone tired? Is that it? Can we just blame Mercury retrograde even though it has nothing to do with it? 1, 2, and 3. Because, like, I went to my best friend who listen to this. I've been friends with my friend Nikki since we were 12. She's, like, my best friend. I've known her forever. And it was her dad's 60th birthday today. So I had to go to, like, a birthday party. And it was the first time I had seen her family in, like, 3 years. And it just, like, I don't know if it's because I haven't been around people. Well, I have been around people, or I haven't been around, like, family, like, a big family in a long time. But it just, like, made me so tired. I was so tired. And I was just like, oh. And I came home and I went to bed. Mercury is in Gatorade or some shit, right? Mercury in Gatorade. What the fuck? Happy birthday to them. Yeah, he's quite a character. So wild how fast 3 years goes, but it doesn't at the same time, right? So fast, but also not at all. I get so drained in crowds, right? Me too, baby swell. I feel like anyone who's sensitive, like, to energy and stuff gets very drained in crowds. Okay. Here we go. Pile number 1 is over here. Pile number 2 is here. And pile number 3 is here. Yay! Let's see. Pile number 1. We ready? Are we ready? My Spotify keeps getting stuck in an ad. Oh no. Never happened before this retrograde. Mercury. Please give us a break. I'm feeling 2 today. Did I choose 2 earlier? I can't remember. No, I chose 3 earlier. Okay. Here we go. Pile number 1. We have 8 of Swords. 6 of Cups. Hanged Man. So, definitely feeling some stuck energy here. You definitely have a lot of anxiousness, feeling trapped, feeling like you're trapped. And whether or not you put yourself here, you're definitely convincing yourself that you deserve to stay here in this place of like suspension where you're not sure of like where you're heading next. Wow, my voice cracked. Am I 13? Oh my god. You definitely convinced yourself that like it's there's no way out, but there definitely is a way out. The Hangman oftentimes beckons us to see things from a higher perspective and try to see things like from an eagle's eye point of view, whereas we are so focused on like the one little thing that is making us upset, the one little thing that put us in this, like backed us up and like tied us to like all these things that like burden us. We're so focused on that we're not taking a look at the bigger picture. So I feel like there's something in the bigger picture that you're missing, and also definitely something in the past that is the key to you moving forward. The 6 of Cups is all about nostalgic memories from the past, like things that connect us to our past. And oftentimes, in my experience with this card, it's something that you left in the past that you really connected with that is the key to helping you move forward. I don't know if like your parents shamed you and told you that like something you did was stupid, or if it's like a connection to an old friend you haven't talked to in a while who just really like knows you, or just like something in the past is the key to you seeing the larger picture and moving forward and getting out of this feeling of being so stuck, if that makes sense. So, where's the Oracle card? Wait, where did I just put the Oracle card? What? There was an Oracle card here? It's not here anymore. Okay, guess I have to pick a different one. Hold on. Be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. You made it here. You're still standing here. You made it to today. And just that is something to be proud of. Okay? You made it. The Panini, the last few years have been rough for everyone. And you're still here. So be proud of yourself. Snapchat did something similar earlier, just kept getting stuck on the loading screen. Oh no. So pile number 1s, I hope that resonated with you. Now we got pile number 2. What do we got? You okay?
Yeah, my throat just got really dry.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I feel called out with this pile. Sorry. But be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself, Midnight Siren Song. I know, sometimes it's not as easy as that. Okay, here we go. We have 5 of Cups. Queen of Cups. And 2 of Wands. So there's something very sad, or just a sadness that's been hanging over you for a while. It could be related to something, or it could be just like, you know, that feeling of heaviness. And you're focused so much on what you don't have right now. I feel like this card really is highlighting the fact that what you're focused on right now is stuff that you don't have and not the stuff that you do have. This card shows that there's two cups still standing in your life. You're so focused on the ones knocked over, you're not seeing the ones that are still standing. So while it's completely valid to feel sad at what you don't have or what you have lost, maybe try to divert some of that energy into like writing down like a gratitude list of like what you're grateful for, what you still have in your life, so you can like move forward. Because we have the Queen of Cups, which is funny, I chose pile number 2, and this is my significator, the Queen of Cups. And the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands to say, hey, it's time for you to start planning a new future. It's time to start making those plans. Write down those plans. So maybe write a gratitude list and write down some plans on how to feasibly go after them. Like, write them down physically. And also sit with your emotions. The Queen of Cups beckons you to sit quietly with your feelings and really feel them. I heard this wild fact that sometimes we try to like bury our feelings because we don't want to feeling them, right? We don't want to feel them. But the average emotion lasts about 90 seconds. And then it's gone. So we try to put off feeling sad. We try to put off feeling angry. We try to put off this feeling that lasts for only 90 seconds. And then you're able to process it and like move on from it. So try to just sit with your emotions, sit with your feelings. And also this is beckoning you to tap into your intuition. And by sitting with your emotions, you're able to really feel out your intuition. And it'll help give you a sense of which plans to make and how to move forward. So just something to think about, pile number 2. So we have Full Moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Oh, dang. 2 cards about emotions. Look at that. Cool your emotions. And this card has so much water on it. This is really saying to like sit with your emotions and like calm down a little bit. Maybe you've been like charging in head first into things. And it'll benefit taking a step back and just sitting with them. Wild. Wild. So I hope that resonates with you, pile number 2s. It resonated with me a little bit. Okay. Last but not least. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Pile number 3. What do we got? The Fool. Temperance. Bless you.
Thank you.
And the King of Cups. King of Pentacles. The King of Cups really has taken over my brain. Can't you tell? King of Pentacles. So, signing off to get some sleep. Oh, good night, Riley. Thank you so much for being here. Get some good rest. Get some good rest. So, this is really saying ground yourself. You have no way, Crafty. No way. No fucking way. King of Pentacles here again for you. Well, I was just gonna say it's either saying ground yourself or there's an outside influence that can help ground you here, because the King of Pentacles I'm getting is like an outside influence, but it also could be you just learning how to ground yourself and like root yourself and also be patient. So with the Fool being here, there's something that needs your attention to jump headfirst into. You've been holding yourself back from taking like a leap towards something. It's time to start this thing. Throw yourself headfirst into it. Go for it. There's like, the universe is waiting with open arms on the other side. And if things don't happen like overnight and things don't like magically like take off and become great overnight, just try to have some patience. have some patience for the divine timing of it all. And like I said, this is very much like an outside influence that can help ground you and stabilize you, who's potentially like older than you. But also, if you don't have like an influence like that in your life, be that grounding force of nature for yourself. Be your biggest supporter. Be your biggest... Sig? Sig is yelling. Sig is loud. Come here, babe. Is he over by you?
Yeah, I'm patting him.
Oh. Oh, Tiggy man. Just so yeah, focus on grounding and being like your own stable force in your life, because it will help you go for the things that you really want to go for. And then your oracle card is full moon in Leo. Go wild. Go wild. Go for it. Go for it. Throw yourself head first into that thing. Go wild. I'm a Leo? No way. Look at that. Pick the right pile? I'm so glad. Not gonna lie, this pile terrifies me. Oh my gosh. Leo moon. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I was thinking, should I go to the craft fair? But I've been putting it off due to fear. Maybe I should go for it. Go for it! Do it! Oh my gosh! I kept getting 3s in my readings yesterday, and this pile is definitely calling me out too. Oh my goodness, Sander. I've been putting off taking the leap. This is your sign to go for it, Camille. Oh my gosh, it sounds like pile number 3 resonated with a lot. With a lot of you. Same? Hey, same. Also, I feel you. I've been considering moving to a different city lately, and this just makes me want to more. Oh my goodness. Think about it, you know? Really think about it. Make a pros and cons list. That's old school advice, but go wild, but remember to have patience is like a really hard concept for me, right? I get it though. I get why it is. But it's really just all about like throwing yourself head first into this thing, and it may not pay off right away. It may take some time, but it eventually will. So it's hard to have patience in those types of scenarios. I totally understand. The only con is so far is money. I feel you. We've been trying to move to LA for so long, and the huge, obviously, it's very far, but also it's a lot of money. So I'm named after a moon goddess, and I'm a Leo. Oh my goodness. We love our moon goddesses here. That's wild, Hooves. Okay. So how do we feel? Were the cards nice tonight, or were they mean? I feel like they were nice tonight. Cause we gotta make the prediction. I'd say more nice than mean. Yeah, me too. They were pretty nice. They have been pretty nice lately. Was here with my mom, and we chose different piles, and it was her first time, and she said it was spot on. Oh my goodness! Lady Saga's mom, thank you for being here. We stand moms around here. Okay. Yeah, I think they were nice too. You know they'll be gentle. Here we go. Prediction result. No, they'll be gentle. Let me see. Who's still on right now? They were nice. They even warned us at least once. They really did. Okay. I think I'm so tired. I'm just gonna call it a night here. But I will be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. We'll be doing, I don't know, I think we're gonna do we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna do Oracle night or something fun. Universe telling me to be patient for months now, but what you said really get me. Oh my gosh. Months. I know. It's so hard. It's a Native Peoples Crafts Fair. I'm looking forward to it. That's so cool. You should definitely go. That's so cool. Hopefully you can get good sleep. Hopefully I can. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday. We'll be doing something fun. Maybe Oracle reading night. Maybe Oracle book reading night. I don't know what we'll be doing, but we'll be back again on Monday. Thank you all so much for being here. To my regulars, I love you all. Thank you so much for just like being here after my period of absence. To anyone who is here because of Jordan's stream and the whole paranormal stream, thank you so much for like giving like me a shot and being here and just like everything. Thank you. Just thank you so much for everything. I cannot express my gratitude enough. You guys have given me a little corner of the internet to share my weird witchy self with, and like you're open and accepting and you trust me to read your cards, and I cannot ever thank you enough. What was the witchy soap place you mentioned earlier? Witch Baby Soap. It's witchbabysoap.com. They have amazing stuff. If you look in the product descriptions of each thing, it'll tell you like what they do. Right now I've been using the Queen of Wands body butter, which is supposed to be like for self-confidence and stuff, but there's a bunch of great stuff there. You should totally check it out. Thank you for all you do for us. No, thank you. Thank you for everything. Seriously, I missed you all so much. I miss streaming so much. It's nice to be back. I am going away again at the end of next week, but I'm going to be doing streams from the hotel this time for sure. I just couldn't this trip. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. I know you all beat yourselves up internally. I do too. If I'm going to try to be nicer to myself, you got to try to be nicer to yourself too, okay? Be kind. Be kind to yourself. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful time zone.